Doing it up. Oh, doing it up on the old podcast. Doing it up. Yeah. What song is that? I just want to make sure I'm dancing to the right song. Oh, yeah, doing it. Oh, okay. Well, that's the same thing. I didn't even think of it. Doing it up. Yeah.
What a fine time.
These amazing, immaculate vocals.
Yeah, sure. It's all falsetto. It's right.
Don't you know?
To be real.
It's the end. And I won't do nothing better than that.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah, it was a great run.
Yeah.
Great run.
We quit. Mm-hmm. I feel like we're slowly leaning into like
Catch
almost
us on
being
Broadway.
like a fucking like an act. We're an aux chord shoot off podcast where we're definitely a music podcast. Trust us, guys. Man.
Trust us.
It has been a busy day for mainly you.
It's always a busy day for me.
True. But you have come off of not one, not two, but this is the third podcast that Ant is recording this week. Considering the fact that it's Sunday.
Yeah.
There's still more for you to record, I think, right? Are you doing Bastards yet, or are you guys still on hiatus?
No, not yet.
All right.
Luckily, because that would be tomorrow if that were the case.
Just like one after the other, just pounding. But
No, I do. That's right.
Anyway, one of those podcasts is the Aux Score. Go listen to that. It's a great podcast. # pay me later. I need more coins.
I got you. I told you I got quarters on deck for you.
Yeah, I need more coins for the parking meter that's outside your house that you keep making me pay for. It's not owned by the state. It's literally owned by your house.
Now you're snitching.
Well, I'm putting it into I'm putting the change that you pay me for the aux cord into that. So it's like
not sanctioned by the state.
Yeah, but you're just getting it right back.
For me.
So I'm not getting anything out of this, to be fair.
The government is going to bang on my door and like, we understand from your podcast that you have a
sound system instead of Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Well, yeah, but you also apparently somewhere have a
meter.
I don't know. I've talked too much today. A meter outside the house, and we need to confiscate it.
Hey, man, it's fine.
And then I'm going to run. Chilling. I'm going to run from the law. Is that unforgivable?
In your jeans. Anyway, but other than the aux cord,
that's where I do my best work.
We have been featured on a podcast this week. We have been, what's the word I'm looking for? Invited and thankfully accepted an invitation to the Haptic Intel podcast. That was a lot of, we were on their podcast.
Mm-hmm.
This week, so you can watch that.
Great dudes, great podcast, amazing content. Mm-hmm. Go check them out, follow them, the whole 9 yards.
Yes,
we are in the haptic sphere at this point.
Yeah, it was a good time. We were in the Haptic HQ, as they call it. Got to meet HBot and whatnot, and we were going to steal the source code. If you want to know what that joke is in reference to, go watch that episode. I think they come out at the end of the week. They release theirs, the topics in bite-sized videos, and then the full podcast at the end of the week, which the full podcast is dope because you get a little bit of what they played this week, what they're watching, and whatnot. And then the other stuff's just like the topics specifically. But yeah, thanks to those guys for having us on. We'll have them on soon, most likely. We just got to figure out how to do the thing. Whether it be all digital or whatever the fuck we do. But,
it'll be great times.
Yeah. Yeah. We're doing some stuff. We're doing some things.
Like we do.
Yeah. You have your merch now.
I have my merch.
Yeah.
I am an official nerdy gamer person.
Did you get a hat too or no?
Not yet. I got this.
I remember you got the 2 shirts, right?
And I got the shirt you had on last week's podcast.
Gotcha. Nice. This is another variation of merch right here.
Become a nerdy gamer person and let the world know.
Yes.
By rocking this.
I am
amazing piece of merch.
Wearing this hat almost every day now because I really need a haircut.
That's why I gotta get a hat.
Yeah.
Not that I need a haircut.
I was gonna say what, but no, like this shit is like fucking like.
You're a whole different person now once the hat came off.
Like it's so damn long, and it's not because I don't want to get a haircut. It's just the it's annoying to go. I don't like going to See, I just go to a Great Clips because I never have been able to find a barber in my area that's decent without the place being shut down because they were running drugs out of the back. True story.
Most great barber shops are running drugs out the back.
True, but they got caught.
Well,
So
yeah,
they don't operate
They just
anymore.
they're not good at that part. Were they good at cutting hair?
I mean, I only got it cut once before that happened.
Ever?
No, at that place specifically.
I've only had one haircut my whole life.
Yeah. Not with how fast this grew. I literally got a haircut a month ago. And how short it was a month ago, it got to this length at that time. But no, I need a haircut. It's just I'm just lazy, but not at the same time. I don't like the process of going to a haircuttery because that's where I go. Mm-hmm. The most like white Karen
I'm about to
thing
say, that's
ever.
where white
Yeah.
we're the race thing is like the intro every time now.
Well, no, it's fun. I just hate having to talk to people while getting my hair done. Like, it's almost like as bad as the dentist, obviously a little bit less because the dentist is like, hey, tell me your life story, and then just starts drilling your mouth so, like, you can't really speak. But,
Drilling your mouth.
fucking...
Shades.
I still have the file from last week.
Well,
Shades
easy
for
for you
Patrick, so
then.
there you go. But, no, like, I hate it because, like, I'm just, like, make the shorts, the hair, the side short, and then do the top, like, get it down to, like, 3-4 inches, you know, like do that, and that's all I want. Cool. And then it's the same thing every time. Oh my god, your hair is so soft and thick. Wow. And I'm like,
two C's.
and I'm like, thanks. I guess I take showers. Like, what do you
I
want?
take care of
Like,
myself.
what do you want me to say to this?
I mean, maybe
awkward
they got
compliment?
shitty haired people coming in there, and they're very impressed with
And
what
that's
you're bringing to
fine,
the table.
But like, you don't need to say it every time.
Is it the same barber every time?
They're not barbers.
Hair cutterer.
Yeah.
The same hair cutterer every time.
Most of the time, yes. Because not that I like the person, but they do the thing right often. If that
Okay,
makes sense.
that-
There's consistency.
Well, listen, barbers. That's a relationship. Like when I was going to the barber shop a lot, as I shave my own head now. I had to get it took a lot to switch barbers. I think I might have had 3 barbers my entire life. Because I had one when I was a kid when you don't really care that much. But at
Yeah.
the same time, you want to be consistent.
Yeah.
Then when I started going on my own, it was like, all right, I like how he cut my hair. I will always come to this person. And then I think that guy like left the shop, and I was just like, what do I do now? So I started shopping around. I went like recommendations of friends, and then I found another one. I was like, I'm going to stay here, and then I went bald. So now I'm my own barber.
Was the bald a choice thing, or was it like it was thinning, so you're just like, fuck
hair
it?
was thinning? Fuck it.
Gotcha,
Like,
okay.
it was to the
That's
point
the
where like,
right decision, though, to be fair.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I can't okay, my hair it started thinning in a place where like right here. Like, well, I can't hide that for only too long.
Gotcha.
Much longer. I started getting it cut super low. And I was like, all right, I can just get like the super low cut. But then it was like, now I got to go back more often because if it gets any length to it, it's like a sunroof.
You see it, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I feel that.
So
I mean, you made the right decision. You look good for what's going on right now with the
appreciate you.
baldness. But
And it means a lot coming from thick boy hair.
yeah,
over here.
apparently. But no, the thing is, like, I don't know any other way to get my hair cut except for like NPC free guy Ryan Reynolds hashtag ad. Video game podcast, by the way. And I remember when I went to that barber for the one time, it was like, you know, like very communal, like everyone was like talking and stuff. And I'm like, wow, this is a very different setting than a hair cuttery where it's just like 3 women chewing on gum like they're in a field,
Business.
you know? And I'm like, okay, this sucks. And then I go into this place and they're like having conversations. They're not really like constantly cutting hair. They're just like, oh yeah, here's a little bit. Oh yeah, here's a thing about that thing.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah,
this
I know
is
what
nice. Like, it's more of like not family, I wouldn't say. Like, kind of, but not really. And
It's like a community. It's like I get what you mean.
yeah, it was more like you felt like comfortable.
Right.
And it was funny because my brother had been going there for a while. And my brother told them to do what they did to him to me. And he's got a lot shorter hair than me. And I remember, I forget what the hell they did, but it was this one thing where they take like the straight edge and they go along like what the fuck, what's the thing called? Like the line in your hair, the part. They like fucking like razor bladed it and gave me like a line.
Oh, you're a cool Mr. Cool Man. Over there
No,
at the line.
I wasn't. And I was like, why was this a thing that I said is okay? Because like I'm very socially awkward with people I don't know. So like he's like, "Do you want me to do this?" And I'm like, "Ah!" Like that was my reaction pretty much.
Like, all right,
like just
guy's
word
weird.
vomit, and then yes was somehow constructed in there because I don't know what I'm saying and I don't know what that means, and then I just look like a fool for weeks. And
With
then I
the way you
went
had the
back to
part?
haircuttery because they shut down because of what had happened with them.
You have the part forever now.
No, but no, now I'm back to thick, I guess, and soft and whatnot. But yeah, here we are. I don't know. I need a haircut, but buy a hat so you don't need to get a haircut.
Get a fucking haircut. Also get a hat, though.
Get a haircut and a hat. They don't come together, but get a hat. Anyway.
I mean, is that going to be our next leg of business in Save Before Quitting? Is Save Before Quitting haircuts?
Say before quitting haircuts.
Well,
Like you're just like, oh, I'm halfway through. Shit, I quit.
I should save.
Let's save the progress here and come back tomorrow.
It's like a fool walking out of there. Save Before Quitting. Just get SB4Q
Hell yeah.
carved into your head.
That also scared me. Like the way they did that with the straight razor. Like that shit's scary.
No, you got to keep in mind that they're professionals.
They are, but it's like here's the thing. It has nothing to do with the people that there are. To be fair, is a sword. Mini sword, in fairness, correct?
All right, okay. I'm with you.
Scary. In the sense of like the media we consume in seeing swords is always like, oh look, that man is filleted with sword.
Do you think they're going?
No, I don't think that they're going to do anything. It's just that it's there. And it's like, if they just randomly were just like, you know what, I'm having a bad day. On one day, just me. I'm just
They're just
gone.
going to be in there and then whisper in your ear like, you know what I got on my mind? And you get closer and be like,
They put mustard on my baconator. And then just, and then I'm done.
they're like the anime trope where like they get close to somebody's ear and it's like their faces are side to side. Like, you know what I got on my mind? It's like, revenge. Start
They just come in my, oh, meu, shinderu.
Exactly. Hey, if you hear that,
And then I go, Nani?
You need to. You need to stand up immediately if you start hearing them say that.
I stand up immediately, and then my body goes,
Well, you need to slink down out of the chair and run.
just become human blob.
Pretty much.
Fuck it.
Barbershops.
Yeah. I need to find an actual barber, I think.
You need to find the ones who aren't getting caught for the drugs that they're dealing out the back of the shop.
To be fair, I only went to that one because my brother went there for like a while because he was playing lacrosse a lot, and they would get
Right.
like like the fade and shit and like look like fuck boys because that's what
What's wrong with a fade?
no like white kids with like fades in high school that would play sports that look like fuck boys,
So they look like fuckboys,
Yes,
not the cut.
not the cut, but
Okay,
it's
all right,
like
all right.
when you have the cut and you're like a sports guy. And like you have like that aesthetic, like like hey, look at me in my fade, like it's a nice fade.
Oh,
And
the
then I'm like,
FBF. Fuckboy fade.
yeah, pretty much the fuckboy fade, pretty much like actually.
If I wanted to write fuck in the title, that would 100% be the title of this episode.
I don't know. We'll think of something. Fudge boy fade. That
That's
sounds different.
That's a different evening.
That's different. Fruit pop. Nope. No.
Man, this is getting worse. Go on.
I'm trying to think of things that start with F that would not be weird.
Fresh boy fade.
No, because then that's a good thing.
Well, if you
needs to be
only
a negative
if they only get
connotation.
the cut and not the other stuff, it's a fresh. We're fresh. You got a fresh cut.
I guess. Yeah.
See, what
Maybe.
you need is the fresh boy fade right now.
I don't know how I'd look with a fade. I think I'd look weird. Sorry, I have the hiccup burps because they gave me a fucking chocolate shake instead of an espresso frappuccino thing from fucking Wawa.
And it was going to be the amped one this episode.
Yeah, not me. Because I'm going to die about halfway through. I'm going to
got
be like,
you.
hey guys, how you doing? And then just like, I'm going to slink back. Yeah. It's been a time today. It's been a good time. We watched some Roblox before recording.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. There was actually some good stuff in there.
So
I will
much
say,
Roblox.
I'm going to say his name quietly so he doesn't run down. Trenton was really good at like the what's it called? The platforming one.
Yeah.
Like it was like some Minecraft level, and it was just like you had to make your way across and like not touch the lava or fall down to your death. And he like straight up just one shot it, and then he started dying on purpose to like play it up, and I'm like, I know you're doing this on purpose, sir. You know you're good at the game.
He does it to himself on purpose alone.
Yeah, I'm like, listen, man. I'm like, listen, I get it, but like you're good. Like, and then there was the Nerf thing that we saw him playing.
First person shooter Nerf game.
And it looked like it was like actually run by Hasbro and Nerf.
Yeah, they clearly sponsored that.
Yeah, because they had the Hasbro logo.
Yeah, the logo was there. The Nerf logo was there,
Yeah.
like all official.
So that was the thing. It was like a first-person shooter. Like you just drop in. Anytime you die, you just go back to the main menu. Nothing like polished, to be honest. But like, it made me like, what the hell? Why don't we have like a legitimate first-person shooter Nerf game right now? That's like Call of Duty every year, but for kids. Why don't we have that?
You would think that would be a thing.
Yeah, that would be cool. Either that or like, I feel like a paintball game would be cool too. Like a first-person shooter paintball game where it's like, or like BB guns instead of like actually killing people, where it's like if you get shot, you have to watch your character walk back to the start and like reset. Like that's like your respawn or whatever. That'd be really cool. Why isn't that a game? Or is it? And if we don't know, tell us.
Please tell us. We'd like to know.
Yeah, because that's cool. But yeah.
Good things. All good things.
Yeah. And with those good things, let's hop right in the show.
Into the best thing. Yeah. Whatever this is.
It's the I got a hole in one. Yeah. Start the show. Are broken. All 5. Anyway.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just waiting. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just trying to level up over here. You're just trying to, be like a family man, like, texting the wife. It's fine. It's just a humble brag. You got a wife, I see how it is. Level up, gamers, and welcome back.
Most interesting intro maybe in the show's short history now.
No, you're good. Level up. Welcome back to another episode of the Save Before Quitting podcast. As always, I am joined by my co-host.
I'm Ant.
And I am Chris.
That's who we are.
Yes.
Men.
Now that we're men. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and then go to YouTube and search for us. Save the letter B, the number 4, quitting.
Titty. Titty.
Yes.
Because you should save before quitting.
Yes, always. And you can also shoot us an email, savebeforequitting, fully spelled out at gmail.com. And then when you're done doing the fully spelled out at Gmail, you can do fully spelled out savebeforequitting.com. Go to our website.
Do it.
Pick up some nice merch. See when we're live on Twitch.
Do it.
Join the Discord server.
Do it.
What else is on the website? I forget.
Donations.
You can donate to us. Not that you need to. You definitely don't.
You don't. But
don't do it.
Do it.
Do it if you want.
I'm just trying to think of what's on the site.
It's like it's got Twitch on there. If we're live on Twitch, it'll be on the front page. It has the schedule that still isn't a thing that exists yet. The merch page, the socials if you need help getting there, and then the Discord server.
That's it. Yeah.
But yeah. And then if you need help getting to the Discord server, you can go to the link in any of our social media bios. It's at the very top. Join the Discord. Read the README first that pretty much just says, don't be an asshole, don't be an asshole, and then join the conversation. Today we had a nice little conversation about video game movies. CLD brought it up, and we were all chiming in with our favorites. It was a good time.
The Discord is definitely picking up the pace.
Yeah.
It's definitely where you want to be.
And we also post news stories there and stuff, and you guys can post news stories you want us to cover in there as well. We always go there first before checking out like our usual sources and whatnot. But yeah, if you want us to talk about anything news related, toss it in there or email it to us. If you don't know how to use Discord or don't even have a Discord, or make one, it's free.
It is free. I mean, how could you turn down free?
That's a good point. How could you turn down free?
Don't turn down free. Join the Discord and talk to me or C. Video games. VG.
Like the Spanish C. Like the Spanish. Like
okay. All right.
We see eye to eye. Anyway, I was waiting for the singing, but it's fine. What did you...
Eye to eye. What?
What did you play this week? What was your gaming and week like?
Death's Door. I brought up the last 2 episodes, I think, but...
And you'll also hear it in the Haptic Intel podcast.
But I've been, like... The first time I brought it up was like I wanted to play it. Second time I brought it up, I tested it out. Like I played it for like a 45 minutes maybe. I finally went in depth with this game, and and that was after watching your playthrough too, because you got farther than I did in the playthrough at that time.
Over on twitch.tv/savebeforequitting.
Check it out. And you asked me a question last week, is this something that we could stream? And I was like, I don't know. The build up is kind of, I'm incorrect.
I know. I kind of agree with you.
Think so?
Compared to because like when we were going to play it for streaming, we did the Overcooked stream. If you were there for that, there was some sort of technical issues. We're still figuring out what the Stream Deck's doing because it's doing something that ain't something right. But no, I agree with you entirely because like when I was playing that, I feel like I didn't really get into it and feel good about it until like an hour in. Like I was like, okay, this is the world I'm in, and then like feeling away. And then after that, I was like, "Oh, now I'm in it." Like after an hour, so I very much agree with you.
I think maybe it's where I'm at now because things are just like it's opened up now. Things are happening.
Maybe it's just that first hour.
Yeah,
so that could be the case. But yeah,
but I played that for a good 4 hours, maybe.
That was the night that you stayed till 2 in the morning.
2 a.m. And I was Chris. And shout out to Nicole. They were talking about getting on Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, let me go download it to my console. So I went and I did that. But I was like, wait a minute. Look around. Think about how I'm always busy. And I'm like, I'm
not busy.
I'm in front of an Xbox with nothing to do right now. The pod was done on my end. Chris was editing the video. So I'm like, I should take advantage of this time. So I turned on Death's Door. And I was like, I'll just play this. I'm thinking like I'll play it for another hour or so. Nice. And then whatever. Turn around, it was 1:12 a.m. I started at 9 something.
Yeah, man. It was a time. Because, like, I remember I was editing that podcast till, like, maybe, like, 10:30. And, like, even Nicole had messaged me and been like, hey, we getting on? And I'm like, oh, shit, it's 10:30 or whatever time she messaged me. And I'm like, I apologize, but no, because I'm still not done. Mm-hmm. And then, like, a little bit after she messaged me, that's when you posted the picture of, like, you were downloading it. And I'm like, fuck, am I going to have to, like speed run this? I'm like, nah, fuck it.
No.
We're doing the podcast.
You did the right thing.
Yeah.
Because especially last week, that was a long one. That needed to be...
There was a lot of memes in that episode, too. Yeah. If you are strictly an audio amigo, I highly recommend, if you're not going to re-listen to it, at least, like, skim through it to see all the cool memes.
There's a lot of work being put into that one.
I'm starting to put a lot more, like, camera zooms in for, like, facial reactions, because a lot of us are doing, like, some facial reactions, like, in moments. Like, I'll say something, and you'll be like, what the fuck? Or then there's some gems in there. But
the Toe Jam and Earl combo with Patrick and the jeans and the shades.
They just like,
that was great.
Lower. Yeah,
that was great.
It was a good time.
But yeah, it was a combination of things. Like that night, well, let me become a music podcast for a second. Kanye West has been teasing his new album for 2 weeks now and has not released it yet. He's like, it's going to come out this day. You wait for that day. It doesn't come out. So at midnight, it was supposed to drop, along with a new Nas album that was supposed to drop
Thursday.
It was going to come out Friday at midnight.
Okay,
so Friday, technically. So I'm waiting. I'm playing that, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm still up. I want to hear both these albums. I'll listen to one now, and then in the morning or at work, I'll listen to the other. Mm-hmm. So I'm just playing Death's Door. It's getting me through. And then Kanye didn't drop. No surprise there. Nas dropped though. So I turned that on my sound bar and I just turned my TV down. I'm sitting back and I'm just listening. And I'm just like, but I'm so into Death's Door at this point.
So you're playing
so
Death's Door
like,
with Nas?
I'm listening to the song. To the album. Next thing I'm just slowly grabbing. I'm like, no, I'm too invested. So I'm listening, but I'm just like playing Death's Door because I don't want to put it down.
Was it a good combo?
It was. It kind of worked. Because it's kind of a chill hip hop album. It's not too
all right.
I guess boisterous or loud. It's like a really calm, like driving on a fall day kind of hip hop album to me. That's what I got from it.
Interesting.
And
And when you say now, here comes white boy Chris, not in the hip hop scene. You said Nas, right?
NAS, yes.
That is just Nas, not Little Nas, right?
No.
And by not
just Nas.
And by Little Nas, I mean Lil Nas.
No,
because I said
him.
little with T's there for
It's
a second.
fine.
Okay, cool. So okay,
I'll allow it.
I'm on board again. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, wait a second. He makes fall albums? I thought he made country stuff and then music videos with dudes and like twerking on the devil and shit. And like, that's cool and all. But I didn't know he made like fall driving music. That sounds pretty neat.
No. This is Nas, he's an OG. He came out in 94?
I mean, I worked at FYE, so I've definitely stocked Nas albums before. Mm-hmm. Never listened personally, but I'm familiar with the name from working at a store that was previously a music store before it became Hot Topic with the lights on.
Hot Topic with the lights on. Call back. No, Nas been in the game for about 30 years, so he's like a super refined. He's a hip hop legend, pretty much.
Gotcha. Would you say he's more hip hop than he is like rap? Right? Is it more, or is that like?
It's funny you bring this up, and we're going to become video games again really quickly. It's really soon.
To be fair, he's been in the game for 30 years. It's a game. Everything's a game. Life's a game. And so's music. So get with it.
Because hip hop, you said more of hip hop than a rapper.
Yeah, because like I know that they can almost be like the same at times, but like there's the same, there's rap, and then there's hip hop.
See,
there's
I look at it, it's crazy. I just had this convo with
this morning
guys in my group chat the other day. We were talking about how, because one of my friends asked me, is hip hop, not if hip hop and rap was the same thing, but is this artist one way or this artist another way? And I explained to him, I think rap is just a subgenre of hip hop. Okay. Hip hop is the umbrella. Under that, you'll have like rap, break dancing, or because hip hop is the culture. So everything within that culture, because you can break it down to rap.
Is R&B technically in hip hop, or is that its own thing?
Good question. I would,
because like I've always seen R&B, and I'm like,
it's always paired with hip hop.
Yeah, like it's almost like the same thing, but it's not. Like, and it's weird because like if you get like a real like R&B enthusiast and you say it's a hip hop thing, they'll be like away. Because I remember like I used to get not just like flipped out at, like I would say like something like, oh yeah, it's a new hip hop album out, and like one of the coworkers I had at FYE was like, it's not hip hop, it's R&B, and I was like, okay, so now you're pissing me off. That's your first mistake. Second mistake, again. Fuck off. Yeah, I just didn't know if it's like a thing.
It can be. I'll say it like that. It can be under hip hop.
Okay.
Or it can be on its own. It can be under soul music. It can be under. I think R&B can be made in different ways. As far as hip hop, because hip hop can be rap. It can be breakdancing. It can be graffiti. It can be. It could just be a style you wear. Yeah, it could be all of that stuff.
Hype beast bullshit.
Right.
Like Supreme t-shirts.
Right. And then if you want to break it down even further, you can have rap, and rap can have its own subgenre.
Yeah.
So then it can be like backpack rap or conscious rap or
mumble
rap, trap, all that stuff. So whatever the original question was,
is Nas more rap or hip hop? That's what I originally said.
I think he'd be more rap. He's under hip hop. So yes, he's more of a conscious rap, like super lyrical.
More lyrical, but like it's rap, but it's also more like musical, maybe, or no? Because like more. In my head, I attribute hip hop to music more. Like it's like, I don't know if that's like a weird thing, but it's.
But
like,
I think that's fine. This was just my opinion.
Yeah,
this wasn't like fact or anything.
Okay. All right. I don't know. I don't know music shit. I listen to like pop punk emo shit, and then stuff that's like screaming, like that, like shit. You know, like that shit.
I know exactly what you mean by just that noise.
Yeah. Like, you ever heard Gwar before?
I heard of Gwar.
Have you ever seen Gwar?
No. You know why I heard of Gwar? Because Beavis and Butthead listened to Gwar.
Gwar. Yeah. But no, the Gwar is interesting. You go to their concert and you don't leave clean. Legitimately. They shoot like blood and stuff into the audience, and then like
Wholesome family fun.
The lead singer has like a cod piece that like shoots like alien goo at people and shit while they're performing and shit. I've seen it before.
I'm about to say, have you gone?
Shout out Evan. Yeah, it's a time. Music is a thing.
It is. It's what unites us
and separates us very much
at the
from
same damn
from
time.
rapping and.
Listen, man, rappers ain't innocent. They do some wild shit. You can go to a hip hop concert and it breaks out into just fights. The worst case scenario is like shootouts. Now, I don't want to delve deep into that. This is we're a positive podcast.
I mean, I've seen people get
and heard it
trampled.
happen. Yeah, that happens.
At metal concerts, like with mosh pits and shit. People have died just
Right.
because people don't realize they're stepping on a human, and that human is then turned into a puddle of meat, pretty much, because they don't realize it.
Right.
But yeah, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there.
It is. Be
Wake
careful
up,
at all.
samurai.
Be careful at any of your shows, concerts, or festivals, especially nowadays. People just need to be careful.
Yeah, because chaos can break loose.
Yes, it can. I've been a part
Back
of
to
it.
games. Look at that. Right back to the games.
Good, because
Chaos, baby.
so
Death's Door has been pretty cool, huh?
Right, yes. Played a couple of hours of Death's Door. Really fun. Some very interesting characters. Some very crazy shit happening.
Yeah.
It's way deeper than I gave it credit for initially.
I thought it was going to be like a simple indie game, and then there was like you meet some characters that are just there and like exist, like the guy at the graveyard,
Yes.
and he's like, "Can you just kill me?"
Yeah.
And like you're like, "Yeah, sure, I guess, because I'm a Reaper." And you hit him like a bunch of times, and it's funny because when you first hit him, it's like the tutorial of how to hit.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, maybe you should do it like this," and it's like, "Hit this to do a harder hit," and it's like, "Oh, that didn't work. How
Rolling
about this?
attack.
Roll attack? That didn't work either. You probably got to be
Charge
stronger."
your hit up. Like, charge your hit up.
I was like, this is great. And then I'm like, man, I got to come back like when I like level the fuck up and I have to kill this man because he wants to die.
But see, you get to, there's points later where you start finding out where he's from, why he's like that, his backstory.
So do we want to kill him?
I don't know yet. See?
Shit.
But you start finding out who he's related to in this story of... It's really good.
Yeah. I mean, I've obviously played less than you since you stayed up till 2 a.m. now to play it. But I've similarly been playing that, and I love the fuck out of that game. I'm glad I bought it. Like, I was hesitant because I was like, it's bullshit that it's not on Game Pass for the PC, but it is for Xbox. What the fuck? And then I like went to Steam, and I was like, fuck it. Like, it looks good enough, and it is. And
By your boys too, man.
Yeah.
Devolver, man. They put out good shit.
Love Devolver, man. But yeah, anything else you got this week?
No.
Roblox
Was on in my presence. I didn't play it, but it's always on in my presence.
Gotcha. All right. But yeah, so I've been playing Death's Door obviously as well. I only really played that one night that I streamed it on Twitch with a little bit of people loving the game. I think it made both Nicole and Anna want to buy the game when they saw when I was playing it. Mm-hmm. So they're on board with it. I've been playing a little bit of Enlisted again. I got on one night with my buddy Evan. We were playing pretty late one night because we have like these periods of time where we're both like either busy but not busy. Mm-hmm. And we just hardly talk except for like sending like, hey, look at this new action figure that's coming out.
Right.
And we were playing that, and it was a really good time. It was funny because we actually got into like some like real world debates, like politics and shit. And it was fun to
While
me.
playing?
While playing this game about war, which was very ironic. And like the topics we were talking about were very, serious. I'm not going to bring them up here, but it was nice to see. I'm one of those people where it's like I can still be your friend even if you have like not necessarily an abysmal opinion, but it's like opinion that I very much disagree with.
Right.
As long as you're not being like an asshole about your opinion. And he's very much one of those people that are just like, this is my opinion. I support my opinion, but I'm not going to like shove
Force
it
it
down
on
your
you.
throat.
Right.
And I'm like, I appreciate that. Like we had like a very like calm conversation about like gun laws. And I was like, this is weird. Cause like if you would have had this conversation with like anyone else in the world, it would either be like, they're taking our guns or like some shit like that. But
Yeah.
it was very nice and interesting. And then we played Mordhau a little bit too, which was fun. I'm not good at it.
It's always fun to watch though. Like when I see it being played.
It's so fucking hard though, man.
Really?
Like the sword play and shit, it's like really like you have to like parry and then like you have to like fake your shit and like fake people out to like hit them. And then there's certain characters. I was playing the archer a lot and I was like staying back and like, you know, bing.
Yeah.
But then like an enemy would just come up from behind and like run around the whole entire area and just bop me on the head once and I would die because I don't have armor on because I'm an archer. But and then there was one character I was playing. He had like a mace, but his secondary was javelins, and you got 2.
Got
So you
you.
like pull it out, and right as you hit 2 to throw it, you just go yeet, and you just fucking launch it.
Fuck somebody up.
And these are big lobbies. So it's like 50v50, just people trying to fight each other hand-to-hand combat. So I'm like yeet, and then my teammate just runs in the way.
So you can hit your own people.
Yes. And then there's just like a giant spike in his back. And I have to go and fucking retrieve it from his back so that I can throw it again.
That's funny. So you have to go
Yeah.
retrieve it in order to use it again?
Yes. And it's a time, man. It's a fun game, but I'm not good at it. I don't plan on getting good at it. But that's another game I've been playing.
Nice.
I also just played today. If you want to hear more about it, you can go watch the Haptic Intel podcast. It's called, what's it, Eons or Aeons?
Aeon Drive.
Aeon Drive. It's a indie game that's on Steam right now. You can actually go and play it as like a free like demo alpha type thing. Really fun, man.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's coming out on everything too.
Yeah. We were tasked for the Haptic Intel show to bring the game to their Indie Intel topic, which is like every week they'll have X amount of topics and they'll bring up, you know, at the end an Indie Intel, which is like they want to show some love and some light to a game that's not getting the love that it deserves, or a Kickstarter that needs to be funded, or X, Y, and Z. And like I had like a couple that I shot over to you that were on Kickstarter, and then like we were thinking like maybe Death's Door, maybe Cyber Shadow, but like those are like pretty big because Devolver and whatnot.
Right. I think when they originally asked, I was like, okay, so I played this indie game, but I was like, okay, we were talking about supporting like up and coming indies. So I was like, okay. As soon as you showed me the ones you had, I was like, oh, I know where to go find.
Oh yeah, you literally sent that, and I was like, that's it. Because like at first I was saying the one that I sent was like called like Soul's Child or something like that.
Yeah, and it looked really cool though.
Yeah, and I was like, that's the one I'm feeling. And then you sent that, and I was like, oh no, that's it. Because they have like only 1,000 followers on Twitter, and like there's only like 13 people that reviewed the game. Meanwhile, the demo, I played it. It was so fucking fun. Like I was having such a good time playing that.
Yeah.
It was really good time getting like you have this like dagger that teleports you, and you have this like constraint of time where you're in a time loop of 30 seconds, and you have to like race against the clock to get to the other side of the level while also collecting these things that allow you to boost your time by 5 seconds. And it's like you can also, when it comes out fully, it'll be a 4-player co-op game. So it's like there's so much cool stuff about it. Plus it's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's
Amazing pixel art.
Oh yeah. It's a cyberpunk-ish game where it's in Neo. What was the place? It's a place in Spain.
Yeah.
Fuck. Barcelona.
There you go.
Neo Barcelona is what it was in. And it's just gorgeous. Like the backgrounds of that, I would just love to have like an animated desktop wallpaper of that. Because holy fuck is it gorgeous. But yeah, it's really cool. Go check it out.
Too Awesome Studio.
Yeah,
is
Awesome
who makes
Studio.
it.
The number 2.
Yeah. On Twitter, it's at #2 Awesome Studio.
Yeah.
Check them out.
They have a lot of other games too. I went to their website and I was looking at them. I'm like, these seem fun too.
Right.
Maybe
it
I'd
made
check
me
out-
want to delve into their stuff. Like I haven't been to their website yet, but
There's like 10, like 12 games that are just out already, and I'm like, okay, they're like $5 too.
I might look into this.
Yeah, they seem legit, and they definitely do not have enough followers because they, from what I played in like the 20 minutes before we recorded Haptic Intel's podcast, I was like, oh yeah, this is it. Like once this fully comes out, I'm buying it. 4-player co-op, like you'll have your Steam Deck by that time. Like you'll be able to hop into it and like play it.
We got a great time.
Looks fun. If you have Steam, go pick it up and play it. Great time.
If you don't, go check it out because they have their banner now says it's coming for everything. It'll be on Steam, Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation.
Yeah. So even if you can't play it right now, watch gameplay and get hyped for it because it's coming soon. It said 2021, so it might be out before the end of the year.
Yeah.
Other than that, been playing a little bit of Apex as well. I've been just gaming this week, I think,
Nice.
apparently.
Somebody has to.
Yeah. It's not like I have a life or anything. I'm just playing games. But no, I've been playing Apex for the new season. Playing with Lucas and Ryan a bit. Nothing insane has happened as of late. I'm digging the new character. Really fun. Glad that I took off for work to play this. It went out off without a hitch. If you haven't yet, check out our YouTube. There's a new video for Apex Legends where it's like a little highlight of me talking about the patch notes, going over the battle pass, and then a full game of arenas at the end where I play through as the new character and use the new gun like once or twice. The new gun is definitely OP, like to a point of like this needs to be very much fixed. But the new character, I feel like this is probably one of the most balanced characters in comparison with the rest of the heroes that they put out. Yeah, Seer. His L1 ability, I thought it was going to be like the Bloodhound character, because Bloodhound, you hit L1, it shoots out like this wave in front of you, and it just highlights enemies through walls and shit. With Seer's, instead of like being like all out like in a dome, it's like a tunnel. Like, so you hit L1 and you can hold it like this, and you go like that, and you shoot it out in front of you, and it's only the people that are in the tunnel that like get highlighted. You see their HP. Oh, wow. Does a little bit of damage to them, like nothing crazy, but it like stuns them for a second, puts like white on their screen, and you can see them through the walls for a second. That in conjunction with Bloodhound, though, you do Bloodhound and he does like the wide thing. You see the people through the wall. Then you use your L1 as Seer, target that person because you can see exactly where they are.
That's pretty cool when you put it like this.
And like you can combo this really well. I really wanted them to fix the Crypto character. He's the character that has the drone that he can throw out and like pilot it.
Okay, yeah.
And when you're piloting the drone, you're not playing the game. You are actually in the drone. I was talking to Ryan actually because he loves playing Crypto, but he's not viable right now because when you're in the drone, you can't help your team, and you kind of want to stay away because you don't want to get like caught with like a drone tablet out. But like if there was a way to have your drone out, he said, and just have it follow you, because then it would just ping people if it saw them, if it was high enough.
Yeah.
As opposed to like you being in there and having to manually ping and shit. So I was like, that's actually cool, because also with his ultimate, it's like this like electric field that it shoots out from the drone that knocks all the people's shields in there for your enemies, right? You can't do that unless you're in the drone. So like if you're just running around and your drone's like where it needs to be, you can't just hit your button and it does it. You have to be in the drone, then do it, then get out of the drone, then to go fight.
They have to make you earn it.
Yeah. But like if you were just like, hey, drone, and you ping with like your R1, go over there, and then you hit the triangle button, and then it ults them, and you can run in with your team actually in real time. I feel like that would fix that character, and all characters would literally be perfectly balanced right now. And it'd be a really rare occurrence.
Yeah.
But hey, man, people are coming to Apex in droves right now because
Apex
Warzone
is the place
dead.
to go for that. Yeah, for if you want that fix.
Yeah. It's a weird time we're living in right now with Warzone. A lot of streamers and like content creators and stuff are pretty much denouncing it
Because of the whole Activision thing.
the Activision thing, but mainly because of hackers. I didn't know this, but it's apparently you can't get into a game without there being multiple hackers now. Multiple.
People just take the fun out of everything.
Well, the problem is that the company, billion-dollar company, by the way, with a B, does not have an anti-cheat software in their game. They have a manual reviewer that manually reviews reports and then watches the gameplay and decides whether or not.
It's going to take fucking forever. You're not going to get anything done that way.
Especially since it's a free game. And if you ban that person, they can just take an email and make a new account. So it's practically doing nothing.
So then what's the way to get rid of that person for good? Is there a way?
No.
Oh, no.
Not at all. There's been talks from like streamers are like, why don't you just like IP ban them? Like, people like go to their IP address and say this person on this IP address isn't allowed to play anymore. It's like, okay, well there's VPNs.
True.
So like nothing matters pretty much. Like it's you can't really contest it as of this point, which sucks. Meanwhile, Apex, while they do have hackers at the higher level of ranked, it's one of those things where it's like you hardly run into a hacker if you're like a casual player or not trying to be the very best. Like you're just having fun with the game.
Got you.
even though it's rage inducing. But yeah, man, it's been a fun week to say the least. What else happened this week? I saw Suicide Squad. Here in the process of seeing it.
I have to rewatch Suicide
Yes.
Squad. Like, I made the mistake, as a lot of us do out here. It was Friday night. I just worked all week.
Night.
I'm already the night before. I stayed up till 2 playing Death's Door.
And he just got paid.
Hey,
Money. Remember that song?
we are a music podcast. Yeah, of course I remember that
Yeah.
song.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, so,
I definitely did that. I derailed that bitch.
I was ready to be all music man now. Friday night. I was tired as hell all day. Worth it though for my gamers out there who know the struggle. Tired as hell all day. Got home, did the family man thing. That's Peter Griffin real quick, Family Guy.
Walking the doors. Hey, Lois.
She's like, go back outside and do that again the correct way. You're
One
right.
more time.
You're right. So then I come in, I shower and everything after work. Do the usual come home thing that we all do. We went out to go get some food. Came back. We ate the food. So we went to, where'd we go? I don't remember. Anyway, we ordered a lot of food. So we had a great meal, heavy meal.
Just got paid.
Just got paid Friday night. At this point, it's like 10 at night. So then put the kid to bed. And I'm like, oh, yeah, we got to watch Suicide Squad. And Adrian's like, oh, yeah, it's out. Let's go watch it. So put the kid to bed. Then we get in our room. Now, lights off, turned it on the TV, HBO Max. I'm full as hell, and I've been tired all day. So I turned on the
Yeah.
intro. I'm not going to say. If people who haven't seen it, I'm not going to say anything. So we're watching the
No
beginning.
spoilers.
Yeah, we're watching the beginning of the movie. And that intense scene in the beginning of the movie. And I have no idea what happened after that scene. Next thing you know, I'm waking up. It's 4 a.m. The movie's been off. Food got me good.
GG's, man. But yeah, nonetheless, that movie, 10 out of 10 for me. Like, not really perfect scores, but like,
That's what a 10 out of 10 is.
I know, but like 10 out of 10, and like I was entertained the whole time in the theaters watching that. Saw it in Dolby, which is the best way to see movies, straight up. And like,
Oh, so you're back in the theater. You went to the theater.
oh yeah, man, I have my AMC A-list back up.
Nice,
I went and saw
nice.
it with Brett from Haptic Intel. Him and one of our kind of friends. I'm not necessarily like direct friends with him. I'm friends
You went with
adjacent.
Brett and somebody
and
else.
friend.
And he has a name.
Steven Hebben Street. I just doxed the man. Why did I do that? Steven. What the fuck? Anyway.
I just went with Brett and Steve to see this movie.
I went with Brett and Steve. Anyway, so Steven, technically.
You're doing it again.
Fuck. It was great.
There you go.
We got a nice free comic.
People don't know who Steve. Well, maybe they do.
Yeah. Another thing that was funny that happened, we got there early, so like we were walking around the Neshaminy Mall for a bit, right? And we go to the GameStop there. And we're just like looking around and shit, and like looking at new figures because Brett collects Dragon Ball Z figures and the wrestling guy, the AEW ones, and like just looking around. And then I see, well, he sees it first, the new Cal Kestis from Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
I know that guy.
He's got like the orange outfit on and like the poncho, like the big black poncho that's like huge on him with like the rain hood.
First of all, this is history right here because he said the Star Wars thing that I actually knew the reference
I mean,
to.
to be fair, you've been that man before.
Have I?
You've played the game.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I thought you meant been that man who gets the reference.
Oh no, I was no.
So actual Cal Kestis.
Yeah,
Got
you've been Cal Kestis, but
Go on.
So it comes with him. It comes with the broken lightsaber, the fixed lightsaber, which we didn't even get to in the game. It comes with the Jedi holocron, which is like the little like tool they're looking for. One of those little hopping around like bunny rabbit things that were on that first planet, and then a repaint of the droid BD-1,
Nice.
the Fooby-Doo guy in like red, and I was like, this is dope. So I picked that up, and the guy at the cash register was like, oh, I didn't know they made a Cal Kestis figure. And that's when I went into actually mode. And I was like, actually, this is the second time they've released Cal Kestis. This is actually exclusive to your store. It's a GameStop exclusive. So I'm like, it's exclusive to your store. Also, it's on your shelf in your store. What do you mean you didn't know that they made a Cal Kestis figure? What? Like, you had to have stocked this. You know what I mean? It was the only employee there. Like, duh.
I would have been like, listen, man, pay for your shit and get out of my store.
Well, no, I didn't go that deep, but I was like, oh no, this is actually a second release. Like, it's actually exclusive to GameStop. Like, it was simple like that, but in my head, I was like,
That Homer Simpson gif.
buy a hat.
Because we are nerdy gamer people.
Yes.
He could say the same thing.
But I was like, don't, I turned into the I know more than you guy. And I was like,
even nerds hate that guy. Like, what's up with you?
But I was just like, sir, like, not even I know more than you. It was like, I know more than you about stuff that your store is getting, and you work here.
All right,
that was where I was like, first of all, you work here. This is only showing up at your store. There is one in your store. Who put it on the shelf? It's right next to the register. It was right next to the register.
It might be like a saying, like you guys. I get it, where the location was in proximity to him.
It was right next to the register. This man has eyes.
Maybe he's not in Star Wars.
Open eyes, close eyes. What do you mean he doesn't?
Oh wait, he did say. I didn't know the cow kissed. Maybe he played the game and never. Maybe he's like me. I know who he is. I don't know shit about shit.
Either way, the man has eyes, open eyes, closed eyes, see the fucking shit,
He might be
bitch.
like y'all saying. He might be like, I just work here. I'm not.
Fuck off. No, it ain't I just work here.
That is kind of great. I'm joking, obviously. That's wild. He should know that. But that would be like going to the grocery store and you're checking.
know we had apples.
How did you know out of all the items?
Because grocery stores. What do you mean?
There's a million items. I thought apple too. I was going to be like, I didn't know they sold apples here.
One mind. Anyway,
Nerdy
so yeah, that's
mind.
what I've played this week. I also played the game of chance and risk by eating at Charlie's Steaks before a movie, and my God,
you bubbling the whole time in there?
I was bubbling. Brett decided to go prior to the movie, if you know what I mean by go.
Yeah, I
know. Didn't, and I was like, I'll just suffer because I don't like doing that in public.
Understood.
And when I got home, boy oh boy was I in pain.
Destroyed that toilet.
Oh, I didn't destroy it. It's still standing, but it's not happy about it.
The worst is going to be an offshoot. I mean, a conversation, left field combo. But I think the worst thing in our lives that could get the ability to be sentient is a toilet. Think about it.
No.
What's the worst thing?
Underwear. You get genitalia, whether it be male, female, or whatever. You get that stench in the throughout the day, the build up, and then on the back end, not only do you get that build up from it's a nice hot day, and it gets like Shrek 3 in there, you also get the days where it's like, hey, I had Charlie's cheesesteaks and I'm feeling it and it's coming out.
Farting.
Underwear.
But
because here's the thing, you can also shit in your underwear by accident. While it's a rare occurrence,
you could, but I think
all the other stuff is normal.
I think shitting on yourself is way more rare than shitting on a toilet, obviously.
True.
But I think the toilet's getting everything, though. You're getting people just running like, oh, God, butt explosion into the toilet. You're getting people just throwing up. You're getting blood. You're getting everything in the toilet.
Welcome to the video game podcast, Save Before Quitting.
Sentient toilets, man.
Didn't they have that in Ghostbusters? There was like a Ghostbusters toy where it had like eyes and stuff.
Yeah. See?
They made they made a new one of that. I've seen it at Walmart.
If I was that toilet in Ghostbusters, that should be the big boss of Ghostbusters. You're angry. You've gone through a lot as a toilet, and you're gonna take it out on humanity.
I feel that entirely. That's not a bad decision, but I feel like underwear in the sense of like constant bad stuff happening to it. If there was sentient underwear, that would be a bad
Toilets
time.
ain't getting more constant bad times than underwear?
No, because I don't think it's necessarily constant with that. Because constant is like there's no breaks. You know what I mean with underwear. There's no breaks besides like like when you like.
But you're
not wearing the same.
Like even though a toilet is also made to be shit on.
Yeah, you know what? I take it back. You're right. All right. You're right, because you don't wear the same pair of underwear every day. You use the same toilet every day.
You get at least some time off with your underwear.
You're right. No, you're right. Actually, I concede.
Got it.
You are victorious.
In the toilet combo. It's what I always wanted. I've won the toilet conversation.
Truth. All right. But next, here is the section where we talk about some news. We do a nice little quick fire of news stories. We're going to talk about some that we had in our Discord in the gaming news section first, and then we'll move over to our usual information platform. and we'll talk some stuff that we find interesting. Starting, I think first we'll talk about the Jason Schreier tweet that you posted, right?
Yep.
About Blizzard president. So, Blizzard president J. Allen Brock is leaving the company. Activision Blizzard just told staff Jen O'Neill, Mike Ybarra will take over as the co-leaders of Blizzard. Filed by Bloomberg Terminal, story will be live shortly from Jason Schreier. So a follow-up tweet says this news comes during a cultural reckoning at Blizzard at the wake of California lawsuit and 2 weeks ago, allegedly discrimination in the company. Activision Blizzard president Daniel Allegre said in an email to staff that Brack was leaving the company to pursue new opportunities.
Right, that's why you're leaving.
Yeah. It's weird to see people leaving instead of being held accountable for their actions. Because here's the thing. If you think about it in theory, the lawsuit is against Activision Blizzard, correct? Mm-hmm. It's not against specific people. So now this person, obviously leaving for a reason. Let's just say, I'm not going to assume, but let's just say he's leaving for a reason. Now, if there is any sort of punishment that happens from this lawsuit, this man is unscathed.
Yeah.
But we don't know. I don't know who this person is, to be fair. So this person could be
it just struck me
a guy.
because this is the president of Blizzard. Like, it's not like an employee left.
Yeah, true. But the president was allowing the employees to do this, so that does look bad on him as well. Even if he didn't directly do anything, the fact that he was allowing that to happen at the company in and of itself is bad. And the fact that he was allowing that to happen and then just leaves, if something goes correct in this lawsuit and Blizzard, gets some sort of punishment, this man is not going to get anything towards him. I don't know what would have happened per se with the end of the lawsuit, but there's no reprimand for this person who allowed all this to happen now, which is kind of unjust, but here we are in a world where everything is majority unjust. Yeah, sad times that we're living in.
Yeah,
but
it's a wild, and this story is still ongoing.
Yeah,
it won't be over for a while.
Yeah, Anna did talk about it in the Discord and say that she still thinks that she thinks that this is more of a PR move as opposed to an actual change, and that they need to clean house. Anyone involved or knew that was in place of power and did nothing should be out on their ass. Interested on how this develops, though. We are also interested. Yeah. Because this is just changing by the week. There's more and more shit coming out by the week. And, there's so much coming out that it's hard to keep up with, which is the crazy part. It reminds me slightly of, the cyberpunk shit. How, all that was coming out, of, how they were, treating their employees badly and, doing the forced crunch time. Obviously, different situation entirely. But, it's very similar in the sense that it's, the shit would just start coming out, and then more and more would leak, and more and more would leak, and more until it got to the point where it's oh, what the fuck are we allowing to happen?
What kind of company even was this now?
Yeah, so pretty shitty, to say the least. But yeah. Next up, there were some Pokemon Unite changes. Ryan was trying to get us to report on. We had a night in the past week, and we talked about it for a split second on the Hapticast, but it was me, Ryan, and Nicole all playing one night. I think we tried to get you on, but you were definitely working on the podcast. It was Wednesday.
Yeah, I was in the thick of that shit.
The character that he mains is Gengar because it's his favorite Pokemon. So there's a move that Gengar has called Hex. I don't know what it specifically does, but it's a move in the moveset that you have to unlock as you level up and evolve your character. Mm-hmm. You only get 2 of those. So if you have Hex and one other, guess what? Hex isn't working. That's the only one you have.
Gotcha.
Because it legitimately was not working in the game at all. You would hit the button, didn't do anything.
Oh, wow. So not even the action would happen.
It was a huge bug. Pretty much what had ended up happening is it was a ranked match, so Ryan kind of went off and read the riot act about why this game is shit. And Nicole and I are just kind of sitting there ready for the next game. Because it's, there's 20 plus characters in this game. So, you could obviously, play a different character. But I guess it got to the point where it was, it was so infuriating to him. He's like, no, I'm fucking done. Leaves the Discord call, turns off his Switch, goes to bed. Legitimately.
Quit the day.
Yeah, legitimately. I think it was only like 8:30 by that time too. And I was like, I know that you go to bed slightly early because you wake up earlier than me, but Jesus, dude. And I'm like walking, I'm like, you good? And he's like, no, I'm just fucking pissed. Like, and I'm like, you know that there are 20 other Pokemon in this game, right? He's like, yeah, but it's the principle. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna let you.
Yeah,
And
he has
I'll
to
let
come
you-
down.
Yeah, I'm like, and then like Nicole and I just like, okay, I guess we're not playing anymore. Okay, bye. I haven't played it since, to be fair, but I think they have actually fixed the that bug. They've updated a couple things. They put a new outfit in for my boy Greninja.
Greninja.
Yeah, I can't wait. Dude, I can't wait till you play that game. Because here's the thing: you're either gonna love it or extremely hate it.
Is there a tutorial?
Yeah, you play through a tutorial at the beginning. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe at the very least, I'll go through that.
Yeah.
Late tonight or something.
The thing is, like, it's very important that you play with your team in a, like, it's a MOBA. It's straight up. It's all about your team play, and like hiding in like there's bushes on the map that you can hide in and stuff. That's a cool thing where it's like you can kind of like bait your enemies to come at you, and then as they're coming at you, because they think it's a 1v1, you're in the bushes, and then you're just like, ha, bubbles, because Froakie.
Got it.
But yeah, it's a good time. It's a fun game, but we'll see how it goes in the future. Still pay to win though, sadly.
Next up, we have from what was the original source of this? UploadVR.com. Reported though by Nebelian on Twitter. New PSVR 2 details from a recent dev summit. Codenamed NGVR, Next Gen VR.
They were one letter off from stealing our thing.
Oh,
NG.
shit. They are.
They're so close. If they took it, then there'd be some suing going on right now because we definitely own that.
We definitely do.
Not really though, technically, to be fair.
I was just gonna go with it. HDR,
Copyright now,
By the time you hear this, copyrighted.
bitch.
Sony.
Sony specifically is the bitch in this situation, I guess.
Okay,
Oh,
not
sorry,
you, but
I'm cutting
Sony.
off.
Okay, HDR OLED displays, 2000 by 2040 per eye. That's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
FOV 110, field of vision 110, which is more than the original PSVR. Controllers will be packaged with each headset and feature touch sensors. Launch details coming early 2022. Follow-up tweet. Sony is also interested in AAA hybrid games that can be played both with and without VR, similar to Resident Evil 7, Hitman 3, etc. Instead of VR experiences.
Yeah.
The above report has also been corroborated by Upload VR.
Yeah. That was one thing that like kept me away from VR a lot. At least with like Sony, because like I don't really know many games besides the two that they mentioned here, and then like, you know, like the experience ones, like the Batman Arkham one that was like you're just kind of standing there and like solving something.
You're in Wayne Manor, you're touching his piano and shit.
Like that wasn't really a game. That was more of a like your Batman solve some stuff that doesn't actually matter to the Arkham universe, as opposed to like the Oculus, where it's like there are games specifically made to be in VR, as opposed to like the experiences. And then there's also the games that are both, like Super Hot, where you have the keyboard mouse version where it's very playable, it's fine.
Right.
And then you get in VR and it's almost a completely different experience, but also not at all. Like it's the same thing, but just a different way to play it in a more fun way. No offense to the PC version, but you know, whatever. But yeah, I'm glad to see that they want to move more in that direction. I don't know what kind of games they would do that with though.
I don't know either. I'm still gonna hold on to the fact that I think they're gonna give us a Resident Evil Village VR.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, we're only like what, like maybe like a fourth of the way through it probably, because we still have like the finish the house, the other weird looking person, and then the werewolf guy. So it's like,
Imagine the resolution is so good that the VR is gonna just instant motion sickness. Like,
I would not be surprised. But yeah, there's that. It'd be cool to see maybe some like Spider-Man stuff in VR.
yeah.
I don't know if they would do it necessarily for 2, just because it's like, I don't know. I feel like that's more of like a third person over the shoulder game. Putting that in VR would be weird, in my opinion.
Do you think they release a unique to VR Spider-Man game?
Maybe.
I could see them making the Spider-Verse game around the time Spider-Verse 2 comes out for VR. And you're going through the, different
That'd be pretty
Spider-Verses.
cool. I like that. I feel like
I would love for that. My bad to cut you off.
No, you're good.
But I would love for that to supplement an actual console Spider-Verse.
Yeah. I'd like it if they almost did it. In Spider-Man, in Miles Morales, the like the fighting challenges where like Peter's the AR like thing, and like you just fight the AR.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah, like just do that, but in VR,
Right.
where it's like a bunch of things spawn, and you have to use your spider gadgets and shit to like make your way around and whatnot. And then like other than that, you'd have like a swinging one where you could like swing. And then what else? Maybe like some sort of like mini games where it's like web shooting, like accuracy, like shoot cans down or something along those lines. Just like as like a supplemental into like Spider-Man 2 or even the Into the Spider-Verse movies. Right. That'd be cool. Like each person from the Spider-Verse has their own like mini game.
I think that would be a good. I think it's a good idea.
Spider-Ham, it's like you're shooting pies. Like cartoon pies with your webs.
That works out so well.
And doing that. And then in Spider-Man Noir's universe, it's like you got to be sneaky somehow. Spider-Gwen's universe, you play music. Out. Yeah, you play music because she's in a band. Right. And then what's the other one? Peter B. Parker's just regular Spider-Man, and Miles is Miles.
And the what's the anime Spider-Man?
Oh chick? Yeah, I forget what her name is specifically. I know that the robot's SP//DR.
It's gonna be super hot, but Spider-Man themed in her version.
That'd be cool. Either that or you're in the mech. Yeah. And you're piloting the mech and like.
Oh yeah, that'd be
doing some cool shit. But yeah, that'd be cool.
Sony
like,
pay us. Yeah. $1 million ideas right here.
Yeah, hell yeah. And then I feel like they're doing more too because in Into the Spider-Verse 2, they've already confirmed that the Japanese Spider-Man from the old like TV series from that, where it wasn't Peter Parker because they just bought Spider-Man, and he had like the Megazord and shit.
Oh shit! I have seen
with
this.
Like the giant watch and like he would shoot like a rope instead of a web. Yeah, it was a cool time. I remember I watched like a documentary about that, and Stan Lee was talking about it. He's like, I loved what they did. Like it wasn't Peter Parker. It was just like this like guy and his sister trying to make their way in life, and I was like, that's pretty cool, dude. I like it.
God, man, rest in peace, Stan Lee, man. Yeah. Miss that dude. His presence.
Just go to a toy section. They have like 1 million fucking things of him, which is weird to me. They made like a Stan Lee action figure for the Marvel figures that I get. And then it came with like a Captain America shield with his signature on it. Not actual signature, like a decal or whatever. And I was like, I don't know about that, man. I feel weird owning that. And then I go back to the back section. And you remember the Mego figures from when we were, like way back? It was like the cloth ones and like they looked kind of weird, like plastic heads, cloth bodies.
I'm about to look it up. How you spell it?
Mego.
Got it.
I think. But like they have those of Stan Lee, and it's like I would love to get it because like I love Stan, and like his.
Oh wait, I do remember these.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Stan Lee right there.
Yeah, that one specifically. I see it all the time, and I'm like, I want to pick this up, but like also, no, because it's weird to me. I don't know. Maybe I just have a thing, but yeah. But yeah. That's PSVR is exciting. I can't wait to see.
Speaking of the thing, it's the first Mego figure that came up.
The thing. But yeah. After that, back to Jedi Fallen Order news. Jeff Keighley, our boy, we love you. I don't know if you have ever heard this, but we love you, Mr. Keighley.
It had to come out at some point.
Yeah. But he tweeted and let us know that in today's earnings call, which was on 8/4/2021. For EA, they confirmed that they have plans to continue to invest in the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order franchise from Respawn, which makes me think we're going to get more games and more things in general from it. Because the way they ended it, I don't know if I want to spoil it because you didn't see the ending.
I don't. You could, you're worried about me, you could spoil it for me.
Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the ending of Jedi Fallen Order, skip ahead a minute. Pretty much at the end, after you've come face to face with something that I won't spoil because I want to send you the video of it because of how cool it is.
Got it.
You get the holocron that you've been looking for the whole time that has all the kids in the universe that are Force sensitive that you're trying to keep away from the Empire. You get it. You decide to destroy it so that they're safe, like because there's no way to find them. Instead of trying to find them and train them, you just destroy it with your lightsaber and that's it. And then at the end of it, Cal looks at the crew, which is a lady that you didn't meet on Dathomir, the bug eye lady, and the forearm guy. He's like, oh, so where to next, guys? Because they're a crew now. So it leads it into like they can have adventures now. They can do something. They're a team type thing. So
Okay,
they
all
could
right.
definitely do animated series. 100% could do live action because they literally modeled all of the characters off of the real life actors that played them.
I was about to ask you, is this something that has been done in live action or is going to be done in live action?
They could do either.
Okay.
That's the thing. They could do what they want, or they could just continue the game franchise and be like, not necessarily Jedi Fallen Order 2, but I don't know, some sort of variation where it continues the story. I still want to see Cal and all of those characters in other Star Wars media. Mm-hmm. There were rumors and people like, oh, he's gonna show up in Mandalorian, like the show. Mm-hmm. Never did. I don't expect that to happen. If it did, it'd be really cool because the actor is the actor, so he could be, and it would be dope. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Now
They're obviously still making figures. So.
True. Question I have is the game called Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Jedi being in all like the bigger letters, do you think the next one is going to be called like Fallen Order subtitle, or is the next one going to be called Star Wars Jedi and something else?
I don't know.
Because I could see them going on saying Star Wars Jedi, et cetera, et cetera.
I could see that. It could be like Jedi something. Yeah.
Right.
After that, the Fallen Order is definitely about like the Jedi Order itself, like the I wouldn't say necessarily a cult, but kind of. If you look at it in a weird way, it's kind of that way. How they died and like how they were betrayed by the clone army that they thought was on their side the whole time, but they weren't because there was the chip in their head that once they heard execute Order 66, they immediately were forced to kill all of the Jedi.
Oh shit! Yeah,
They had no
you did
control.
tell me about that.
Yeah. You actually play through it in the game when you get to it, and you're playing as Cal as a child, which is the weird part. Like, you know those training sequences where you go back and you're like training with your master? There's one where it's like you're walking down the hallway as a kid, and like all these clones that you're pretty much friends with because like the kid, they like are in a war together and they're like, working together to see each other on the other side of the war. And you're like, hey, Cal, your master's looking for you. Hey, bud, blah, blah, blah. Like, talking to him, like, real friendly, like. And then you see at the end of your training, after you finished, like, the next tutorial part, in the background, all you see is one of the clones with the little, like, transporter thing. Not transporter, like, talkie devices. Comm links.
I don't know.
Fucking
future walkie-talkies.
But it has Palpatine on his execute Order 66 and his execute Order 66. And then
Well done.
that flips their brain, like, literally, because there's a thing in their head that forces them. They turn their guns right to the Jedi all across the universe and kill every Jedi that is a thing. So the Master protects Cal and then gets Cal out of there, and the Master dies. But it's a good time. There could be more, but I don't know what of more.
So with that being said, Fallen Order could potentially still just be in the title.
Yeah, it could be. But also we don't know.
Right.
It could be anything. I'd love to see... I want to see more, like, things coming together and pulling the puzzle pieces together. Because, like, the thing with Star Wars is, it's like, we have these, like, 3 movies at a time. It's like the original trilogy happened. Then the prequels happened. Then the sequels happened. But in between them, they were, like, putting in, like, pieces with, like, comics and, like, this. That were, like, filling in gaps
and
of
all that
time.
stuff.
And, like, now the animated shows and, like, all that shit. And, like, there's the Bad Batch that just came out, which filled in, like, a decent hole of, like, what happened right after Order 66.
Evil.
Anyway, very nice, very evil. Anyway, good brain. I don't know if you saw that or
Call
not.
that.
I put that in.
I saw it.
Good brain.
It was great.
But it's a time. I just want them to put more puzzle pieces together where we see things connect. I think it'd be cool to see the Bad Batch, which is the show that's on right now, interact with like Cal Kestis and them at some point, because we don't know where the Bad Batch is going. There is a season 2 that was just confirmed, but I don't know if it's going to be like a time jump because technically Cal would be a child in this TV show still. But if they did it like a time jump to like the time period of this, where the Empire is like a thing, and then they find Cal Kestis, and Cal's like just scared because he's like, oh my god, these are clone troopers. They're the ones that killed my master, blah, blah, blah. Like weird PTSD shit. But then teams up with them.
You're getting yourself excited, aren't you?
I'm not going to deny I have a half of a chub. Anyway.
This
moving on
just
from
then, I'm too close to that shit.
Anyway, moving on from that. That's about all we had in our news section on our Discord. If you'd like to talk about anything specific in the news section, just drop a link in there. Drop your thoughts. We'll read out what you thought about it, and then we'll give a little thought on our end and see what we think.
For sure.
But now we will head over to our usual suspect of where we go for normal news and stuff that we can just quick fire off the side of our hips.
Our sexy hips.
Okay. I want to talk about something that they put out this week that we both were like, kind of like, hey, how you doing? That would give us another half chub of the cinematic trailer for Lady Hellbender in the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
I did not understand.
Chris wanted to be stepped on.
That's the thing. I said this to you specifically in Instagram. I didn't get the Lady D thing from Resident Evil 8. I was like, why do people want to step on her? That's weird. That's a weird thing to request. This trailer, it revealed everything to me, and I understood. You people, you fucking heathens, and I became one of you. Because, welcome. God damn, man.
In my opinion, she looks way better than Lady D.
Oh, 100% that. Not to, like, objectify this woman, but, like, the fucking...
We're appreciating.
The raw power of this woman in this scene, like, the fucking, like... Yeah, I could fucking kill you with a snap of my fingers, no pun intended, with the Marvel fucking universe. But, like, legitimately, like, this woman is just, like, fucking cocky, confident, and knows what she's about. Fucking flirting with Drax and shit, and just, like, be like, hey... Sup, bitch? And then he's like, I think she's flirting with
Chris wanted to be Drax,
dude,
in that scene.
Yes. But yeah, I was like very, very excited. I don't know if she's the main villain. Is she the main?
I have no idea, because with the way this trailer looks, it could go either way.
Yeah, because I mean, we've also only seen the Guardians clips that we've gotten from like E3 and shit, and she was in the original trailers, like for like clips and whatnot.
Yeah.
And they definitely, in that one gameplay thing where they're going across the bridge and they're deciding who gets into the box, this is that scene.
Okay.
Like afterwards.
Oh, yeah, because they have the box behind them holding Groot.
So, like, they're trying to offer her, like, a new monster for whatever, what goes on, as a gift for some reason to get something.
True that.
That makes me think that she's not a main villain, and they're trying to, like, hype her up as one. You know what I mean? Like a nice little...
Kind of like Resident Evil. You thought Lady D was the main
Exactly. Villain. Dude, what's the red herring? Is that the
red
term?
Herring. It's red herring.
I think she's a red herring of the game, because I feel like we're going to think that she's like the one, because like, goddamn, she the one. And then after like we get done with her, in a sense, like after we're like, if it's like a boss battle where we kill her, or if like, you know, she just says, fuck it, I don't want to, or maybe she's not even a bad guy. That's the thing. I was like, we don't know.
Yeah,
she's just very menacing and like knows what she's about.
It could easily flip, and all of a sudden you're allies later.
Exactly, but we don't know. And then there could be like a actual big bad that we don't know. Like, what if Galactus shows up, bro?
What if Galactus shows up?
That's a lot to think about. But yeah, what if?
Dude, that'd be sick. I would love to fight Galactus as Star-Lord in a video game. That's such a sentence to say in 2021. Think about that.
No, you're right. This game better be fucking good. I'm not saying it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I wanted to come out, and I wanted to be at the minimum, I want this to get like an 8.5.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if it comes out like, I feel like it can go either way a little bit. Sometimes I look at it and I'm like, this could easily be like a 7, 6.5. It's like, I want this game to be like, I want them to be like, we learned a lot from Avengers. Bam, this game is amazing. Here you go.
But that was a really cool trailer. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Yeah, Chubb. Next, just a nice little update for you guys of some games that are coming out in August. Just as a nice little polite reminder. It's funny because the page that we use to like look at the the new games that are coming out in the month, they actually got it wrong, and they put Kena in it.
Yeah, I think they probably put that up right after it got...
Yeah.
Right before it got delayed.
So, just a couple games, just knocking them off. If you need to find the release dates, you can do so at your own will.
You see people are in the comments saying it. He's like, yeah, my bad. Sorry about that.
But, a couple games that are coming out. We got Rocket Rumble, which looks pretty cool. Godfall is coming out again. Or not again, finally. Lawn Mowing Simulator.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Yes.
I think that game be amazing too.
I mean, those games are always fun in the sense of, like, they're pointless, but, like, that's a thing.
Good time waster right there.
Yeah. The Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut comes out towards the end of the month. I think it's the 20th specifically, just because I want to play that game.
Let's go.
Pile Up Box by Box. Looks like a nice party game. Cutesy. Out of Line looks pretty cool.
Out of Line, that does. I don't even know what that is.
Paw Patrol Adventure City Calls.
Let's go.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, Kena is pushed back to next month, so not this month. But Psychonauts 2 comes out this month. And then also, No More Heroes 3.
Yeah.
Some big titles coming out this month.
12 minutes. I want to play that.
Oh, that's the overhead one, right?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
I want to
one.
play just out of sheer curiosity. Like, I don't even, like, who knows if I'll enjoy it or not, but it just looks so
100%.
intriguing that I want to try it out.
I agree entirely. I forgot that was what it was. But yeah, lots of cool new games coming this month. Just as a quick little remind-ski that you're going to be spending some money. What we got after that?
It wasn't a whole ton that we didn't at least discuss before.
True. The Evil Dead game did get pushed back to February 2022. So that's a thing. It was previously planned for 2021. Now it's back into Q1 of 2022. A big story. Big story.
Whatever, man. Just put it
This is a big story. It went gold. Deathloop went gold. So
Great.
it's officially coming out September 14th.
Fine. Good. Put it out.
But here's the thing. It's an official, like, we're not pushing it back, because that's why I was getting scared by how many times they were showing it.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
official.
I'm sorry. I'm just having Deathloop fatigue now. Now it's like, put it out. Stop talking about it.
I feel you entirely. September 14th, though, it's coming very, very soon. Is that next month?
For what? What is it?
August, September, right?
September, yes.
Cool.
I forgot you didn't know months last episode.
I don't know months unless I go from the beginning. It's like the ABCs. Can you just tell me, like, we're like a random ABC, like alphabetical order without singing the song in your head?
Give me a letter.
And what am I doing?
You said
Can you put something in alphabetical order without putting the ABC's song in your head?
Oh, put something in alphabetical
Yes,
order.
like,
I thought you were going to be like, where's J, motherfucker?
No, like, here's a file. Some guy's last name is Davis. Well, that was a bad example. It was a bad example.
Anderson.
It was a bad example.
All right.
So, like, Q. Last name starts with a Q. And you got to sort through all this shit.
After P. Before R. What do you mean?
I sing the song in my head every time. Anyway.
All right. Whatever gets you through, man. whatever gets the check in the account. You know what I'm saying? Whatever gets you to the bag. Bitch. I feel like I had to say bitch after that. You're not a bitch. It just felt like it punctuated the statement.
It's all good. But, yeah. What else we got going on?
I don't know. It wasn't a ton.
Yeah, it's been a very light week.
We gave you a lot last week. This week was like, just run over.
Just scrolling. Apparently, Fist, if you remember that game.
Yes, I want that.
That also has gone gold as well. So that's another game that's gone gold and ready for you guys to play pretty soon.
I'm definitely getting that.
Diablo Immortal has been delayed to the first half of 2022. So that's another thing. There's a nice new bright blue Xbox controller.
The Nintendo Switch has now outsold PS3 and Xbox 360.
Unsurprising.
They have shipped 89.04 million units as of this date.
Yeah, man. I mean, I would love to say that I'm surprised, but at the same time, it's like that's the console that's been the most consistent.
Yeah.
Like as of late, even in general, like I mean, Nintendo Switch went like sold out for a while during the pandemic, but they still were showing up at places. It wasn't as hard to get as like a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. I forgot it was one or that. I don't know because I don't know Microsoft shit. But shite. But yeah, that's a thing. And then also, if you guys are out there and you do like the Avengers game, I'm sorry for you. But also, the Black Panther War for Wakanda expansion goes free on August 17th. So pretty fucking soon.
Chris
in about
will
a
be
week
here to
or
give
so.
us a review of that.
Maybe. I don't think I have it downloaded on my console anymore, and my console is full. So there's that.
Well, you can buy one of those super expensive
No.
internal hard drives.
No. Did I tell you a story? So, okay, I'm going to ask you a question.
All right,
Ready?
ask.
Have you ever had a dream in the morning where you were getting ready for work and then, like, you're on your way to work, like, you think you showered and shit, and then you wake up
Yes.
and, like, you're, like, almost late for work and shit, right? Cool. Just setting that up. I had the reverse of that happen this week.
You thought you got home from work?
No. The reverse
Fell asleep
entirely.
at work and thought you left.
The reverse entirely, because it was at nighttime. I thought I was asleep, but I was awake because it was like 2 a.m. And I was watching Instagram stories of this.
Is this in the dream?
This is in real life.
Okay.
I thought I was asleep, but I wasn't asleep. I thought it was a dream. So I'm like scrolling through Instagram stories, you know, like just it was late and I was like
Okay.
very exhausted.
Delirious, clearly.
Definitely. Because I see this guy's story and he posted a picture of this one of the hot toys. You know the hot toys, like the $200 figures? Yeah. Of a clone trooper that I've wanted, but I did not pull the trigger on yet. And he's like, hey guys, this thing's awesome. Get it now. It's only got like 3 days left in the pre-order thing. And if you don't get it now, it's gonna be hell to get on eBay. So I'm thinking I'm asleep. So in my head, I'm not like thinking I'm not thinking. I'm just doing.
Right.
So I go to the website, click on the deluxe version, pre-order. I thought that was a dream. I wake up in the morning on Saturday.
Oh, I see where this is going.
And it's 11:30ish in the morning, almost 12. And I look at, you wake up, look at your phone, I'm scrolling away all my shit, fucking 8 different Discords that I'm in, blah, 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 get them off my screen, whatever. And then I get to my emails.
Right.
Top of the emails. We have received your non-refundable deposit for this hot toy. And I'm like, that wasn't a dream?
In the moment, well, no, I guess you thought it was a dream. When you were ordering it,
Yeah.
in that consciousness, you thought you were dreaming?
No, in that consciousness, like, here's the thing. I have dreams sometimes where, like, I'm at, like, a toy store, like a comic shop, and I'm just, like, buying things that don't exist in the real world. Like, I'm like, oh, here's a thing. I bought it. And then I'll wake up in the morning and be like, oh, yeah, I didn't do that because that doesn't exist.
Right.
Whatever my brain had thought up.
Okay, all right, I follow you now.
And, like...
So in a dream, it feels like real life,
Yeah.
so you didn't interpret it as a dream.
But then
Got
I
it.
thought it was a dream when I woke up because I was like, oh, yeah, that was a weird dream that I had that I did this. And then I saw the email, which was an email that was real, and I did it. So that's the thing.
How do you feel about that purchase?
I mean, here's the thing. I wanted it. I very much... Do I need any of the shit that I buy? Not in the least bit. Not in the least bit. At all.
Honesty is the first step.
That's the thing. I know that I don't need any of this shit at all. But here's the thing. I look at it. I got student loans that I'm paying. I got a pretty decent setup right now where, like, I'm living at the rent's house for the moment, looking for other stuff, but obviously can't. So in the meantime,
Might as well
fuck
enjoy
it.
life.
Yeah, might as well. It's shit that I like. It could be meth.
It very well could be meth
That's the thing.
that you would have to sell out of the back of that barbershop.
Exactly. It could be meth. But it's not meth.
Could be meth.
That's
so far.
But that's the thing. It's like I always said, it's like, hey, listen, would you rather me be happy buying little plastic toys of little trooper army men that battle in the stars, or would you rather me be doing bath salts and eating someone's face and being in prison? What would you rather? Family members and people that are close to me.
There's a lot that goes into one lifestyle that doesn't go into the other. So yes,
I don't know if that's necessarily true. I think I definitely have a problem when it comes to the figures. If you see my desk,
yeah,
I do have a
but
problem.
I wouldn't even call it a problem. You're an enthusiast. You're a fan.
People can be an enthusiast of meth.
They can, but you're not. So that's not what we're gonna do.
But that's what I'm saying. It's a good version of enthusiast,
Yes.
but it's still a problem at a point where you think that you're sleeping and you're not, and you put a down payment on a thing. But it's fine. It's fine.
You're ingrained,
Yeah.
man.
And here's the thing. If I don't want it in the future, since they don't make them anymore after I get it, I can just sell it off. And it sells a little bit more than how much I bought it for.
There you go.
Because there's always someone who wants the thing.
It's an investment.
Technically. And that's what I'll tell myself to not feel bad about it.
There you go. I got you back, man.
Hell yeah. But yeah, that's a thing that happened this week.
The more you learn about our lives, the closer we are.
Yeah. And the more you can make fun of me for this situation. Because I know for a fact, here's the thing. On Thursday morning, when this comes out, there's going to be a person that gets
I already
to
know
this,
the person.
they're going to get to this point in
They're
the
the
podcast.
first person who always listens.
And then they're going to just walk on over to my cubicle and go, sir. And then I'm not going to know at all what the fuck they're talking about. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, it's Thursday morning. I'm trying.
4 days later.
Yeah, I'm trying to just like relax and like get my work done. And then I'm going to realize it. I'm going to be like, oh, you got to that point. Mm-hmm. I see you. But yeah, it's a time. And that's the news section.
It is the
Nice
news.
little like bite-sized news pieces for you this week. Nice little reminders of games. So a little bit of the sad stuff that's still going on in the world. And then also, just in general, if you want to see more news stories, you can go over to Haptic Intel's videos over on their YouTube page. They're strictly on YouTube, so you'll have to watch it there. And we talk about a couple different news stories regarding Apex and how there was this hacker group that was hacking the actual Apex game and also Titanfall.
Crazy shit.
And it's a very weird thing that happened. Go watch that to hear the full story because it's fucking insane.
It was dumb.
Like, it was
person's
funny.
an idiot.
When we got done listening to Brett describe the story, all of us were silent for like a decent bit of time.
We all had
just
to
like,
take it in. Like, did we just hear that?
yeah, because like we were just like, are you fucking kidding me? Other than that, another news story. What was the other one? Shit. We literally just talked about it.
The Marvel
Yes, the Marvel XCOM game.
XCOM game. Yeah.
There's apparently a Marvel XCOM game that's in the work that doesn't include any Marvel characters, but is Marvel.
None of the popular characters you've come to know and love.
None. So go check that out to hear about that. And then we also talk about that Indie Intel game as well. And we also just talk and shoot the shit with some buds, and we have a good time.
It's a great time.
So go check that out.
a great news,
check out their
man.
news and check out the Indie Intel
Yeah.
video games. Now, I'm Skeletor. Anyway, He-Man.
We're gonna go through the Discord ones first, and then we have the second question from last week from Kev.
Yes. So the way that we're doing that question, just to preemptively do it, each of us are picking 5 people after we collectively pick 10 as the main roster. There's a 20-person game of Smash Brothers, right?
No, he said there's 12 character slots in his question.
Oh yeah, that
So
was
there's
the
6 we have to choose as people who are mainstays,
and then we
had
each
6
get
doing
3. As like we're gonna make this into a competition. People are gonna vote.
All right.
So we're gonna do a 3v3 going back and forth, and we're gonna say, okay, who won as the casting agent of Smash Brothers? But we'll get to that. Keep with us. On to the Discord questions. If you'd like to send us a question, you can send it to us at our email at savebeforequitting, fully spelled out, at gmail.com. Or you could be great and be an NGP and head over to our bio and join the Discord, and there's a channel for you to ask questions.
Join the Discord.
Join the community, become an NGP, and then buy a hat. Shave your head, I think, maybe. I don't know what's happening anymore.
Go get a part that Chris got.
Yeah, go get a line in your head.
All right, I think first up we got Lucas, tried and true Lucas.
Tried and true.
Do you have
Lucas.
any opinions on the remake of Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword? If either of you played it, did the controls translate well from the Wii? I have not played it. I didn't intend to get it because I beat it on the Wii and I kind of don't have the desire to play. That was not one of my go-to Zelda games or favorites. From what I see online, it seems like the controllers translate well. People have purchased it and are enjoying themselves, so I'm assuming so. I can't tell you firsthand.
The most that I've gotten from that is the cool Joy-Cons that they released. I don't like the way the game looks, if I'm being honest.
It's not one of my favorite looking Zeldas either.
It kind of reminds me of Wii Sports Resort, where you would play that level with the fucking like boffer sword, and you would make your way like through this like rainbow road of just random people that you beat their asses.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
Like, it reminds me entirely of that, and it looks goofy, in my opinion. Here's the thing. I'm not a Legend of Zelda guy in the first place. As you can tell, because I still haven't beat Breath of the Wild. I'll get back
You're
to
right
it one
there,
day.
too.
I am right there. I could not find the shield, though, and I accidentally triggered Ganon, but it's fine.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, it was a bad time. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, it looks okay. I don't know if the reason you ask is because you want to buy it. If you want to buy it, here's my advice. Ready? Buy the Joy-Cons. Don't buy the game.
Well, wait. I don't want to say that. The game isn't a bad game. It's a bad game if you compare it to like the classic Zelda games. But standalone, I played that game. I spent a lot of time with it. I had fun with it.
I'm just saying, if I had to spend money on it, the guy that spent money on stupid shit all the time and while sleeping, but not really, I would rather put my money into those Joy-Cons as opposed to the game.
CLD bought the Joy-Cons. He showed me. He was waiting for them. They're dope-ass Joy-Cons, too.
Especially since it's a game that's like, it's a remake, right? Or a remaster, rather?
Remaster.
It's a remaster. So if you already played the game on Wii and you know what it's about, no offense to Nintendo games, but they don't ever really look that much better as a remaster. It's kind of just like, hey, look.
It's HD now and
widescreen. A little more HD, but it's also not really. You know, like it's eh. That's just my opinion. I'm not expecting them to do like hyper realistic like renders or some shit. But
Last of Us graphics.
Yeah, I don't need that, or like fucking.
I would love a
Detective
Zelda that looks
Pikachu
like that, though.
shit. You know, like I don't want fur on my Charizard. I don't need that.
Scales. He's a dragon.
He had fur in the movie.
Wait, is he a dragon then?
He is a dragon, but he's not a dragon type.
Oh,
He's a fire
right.
type.
I stand corrected.
Yeah, he's not a dragon type, which is weird.
Yeah.
Because he's literally a dragon. But anyway.
Yeah.
Moving on
it's
from
another
that.
45-minute conversation.
Did you know? But yeah, I feel like I don't know if I would want to play that, because the way I would want to play it is with motion controls. But I've never, since I've owned the Switch, played a game with motion controls. Just because, like,
I think you have the option on Switch. You can do motion controls or the controllers. But I don't know. My opinion, if you're interested in the game for the game's sake, definitely play it.
Is it also not gonna go on sale? Probably. It's one of those Nintendo games. Yeah. So
if it goes on sale, it's gonna go on sale in like 2 years, and it's gonna be $39.99.
1 penny off.
$39.99 is their price for sale games.
Yeah.
Or $49. It's gonna be $40 or $50, never lower, unless it's like not a first party
or
game.
a bundle type thing. Like if you can get that at like GameStop for one of those like pre-owned sales where it's like, hey, buy 2 pre-owns, get one free, then yeah. But I don't think that's a game that I would buy at full price for what it is, because it's just a remaster. No offense to it. It's obviously a game that was beloved enough for them to put it out again, and it made enough money.
I don't even think that's the case. I think because it always got criticized. I think they put it out again because
Joy-Cons.
No, because they had. I lost my train of thought here. They put it out again because everything that was on the Wii U was pretty much just, since Wii U didn't sell, they're re-releasing all the Wii U games for Switch so they can make that money that they didn't make on Wii U.
Or make it again, because they technically made money. It's just not as much as they wanted.
If you think about it, all the Wii U games, for the most part, not all, have come to Switch.
Yeah.
And in cases, in the best case scenarios, like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it sold a ton on Wii U and then sold even more on Switch. So they like double, like that's the best selling game on the Switch.
Yeah.
It has like wild sales.
I do not blame him. It's one of the best. I don't own it, to be fair. I definitely want to get a Mario Kart at some point. Hopefully they make a new one soon. But
I say in the next year or two.
Yeah. I mean, they gotta, like they'll just update the race courses like slightly. And this time you can fly and hover or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not opposed to the game. I just don't feel like it's worth the $60. I've also not played it. I've also not played the original. I've also not played a game with motion control. So I can't give you any insight besides the fact that those Joy-Cons sure are neat.
They are. They're great.
But yeah, sorry that we can't give you more information, to be fair.
If you just ask how the game is, the game's fine.
Yeah.
It's not Breath of the Wild. It's not Ocarina of Time. It's not like the classics, but it's cool. Like you won't dislike your time with it.
True. Yeah. Thank you for the question again, Lucas, this week. We appreciate you.
Yes, we do. Always.
NGP Army. Next up, we got CLD in the Discord. I actually have to meet up with CLD because he found a figure for me about 2 months ago and was like, "Do you need it?" And I said, "Yes." It was an Obi-Wan figure. Remember I was like, hyping up that? Remember that? So I forgot that he bought it for me. I have since bought 2 of those figures. One to be on mint on card, one to open. So I need to go pick that up from him at some point in the future. I think we decided on a date, but I can't remember because I'm bad. And I'm probably going to make that into a custom or something. I don't know. Right. We'll figure it out.
Dope.
But yeah, I'm bad, as you can tell. Look at that. There's another bad toy guy. Morty. Anyway.
Who are you right now?
I'm Rick that's constipated.
It's a regular Rick.
Yes. So CLD asked, what is your favorite gaming accessory that you use regularly? Whether it be headphones, your controller, your keyboard, your mouse. He says personally for him, he loves his Elite 2 controller.
Great controller.
Is that for Xbox?
Yes.
That would be why I don't know what the fuck it is.
Fantastic controller.
All right. What is your favorite gaming accessory?
When I play games, no.
I like my couch.
Yeah, right. The couch. Let me tell you.
My basement.
Let me tell you. There's an eyelash in my eye.
That's his favorite gaming accessory.
My eyelashes.
It helps him when the game's just way too easy. I need something to hinder me.
Yeah, right. I need resistance. I'd say I like the headphones, the PlayStation 5 headphones. The what are they called? Not Dual Sense, that's a controller. What are they called?
I don't know. Your box is up there.
I know. It's on the wrong side, so I can't. The PS5 headphones.
Yeah, those new ones. I like them a lot.
As of late, is my favorite accessory. They were very impressive and better than I thought they would be, especially because they were getting like mixed reviews at first.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like they're slightly uncomfortable if you're like. I realized that the other day. If you're wearing a hat, they're slightly uncomfortable after a while. If you just wear them for a while, they're slightly uncomfortable in general. Like they like leave that like weird feeling here.
They're very tight, like against your head.
Yeah, but it's not bad.
No,
in any way. It's just like, hey, you have no life. Cool. Guess what? Pain, chaos.
I mean,
I can get behind that. It's not my. I don't think it's my answer though, but I appreciate it.
I don't think I have a lot of extra accessories. I'm pretty basic. I'm a little basic bitch boy when it comes to games.
Basic bitch boy.
BBB. Now that we've gotten into streaming, I love having a capture card.
Yeah.
I love the Elgato capture card.
I like it if it would work more consistently.
Look, well, for what it's supposed to do,
yeah,
I like it.
To be fair, like I even have issues with it at my place when it's plugged into my computer. Like it's like a 50-50 shot if it works. Mm-hmm. And then like if it does work, I'm like, okay, cool, I'm not touching anything. Like the day that I streamed Apex for Season 10, I turned it on and I got my PlayStation on. And I don't know how I set this up to do it because I don't remember, but the audio from my PlayStation was coming through my PC. So my headphones were plugged into my PC.
Yeah, how the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm not playing with anyone, so I don't need team chat, so that's fine. And the crazy part, I was explaining this to Ryan, that you know that like cord we bought, the team chat link or whatever the fuck it's called?
Yeah.
If you don't have that plugged in to like your console, to your headphones, and then also into the, what's it called? The capture card, you can't even hear the in-game talking, which is crazy how it can do that. But like, it's technology, like, and they want to get more money out of you by making you spend $15 But yeah, it's crazy. I'm just waiting for the day that fucking Discord is like partnered with Sony, because they are now. I think there's like some sort of partnership. Once they do that, and there's a Discord app on the PlayStation, everything becomes like a million times better.
Discord app's going to be game changing.
But I don't know what I kind of want to say the new PS5 controller. just because like with the adaptive triggers, which I completely forgot to say in what I played this week, I played the Back for Blood beta with the haptic guys. In that beta, they use the fuck out of that for the guns that you're using. So if like you got like an LMG, it's really hard to push down the trigger and it's like fighting back against you. And then like for shotguns, it has like a kickback, and like the pistols, it's a little bit easier. There's still like a pull on it, but like that feature in and of itself is such a game changer in gaming, no pun intended.
Right.
But like, I don't know. I don't know.
I thought about saying the DualSense controller, but I was like, nah, I feel like
I'm going to say it's a tie then. I'm going to say the DualSense controller, and then I just got a full-size desk mat instead of a mouse pad. I actually got it on Etsy from this really cool designer. Did like Pokemon types designs, and it's like all of the fighting type Pokemon, like in like this mishmash of like a collage. And it was funny because I was arguing with Ryan over it a bit because he was like, it's just a mouse pad, there's no difference. But there is a difference because there's different materials that are used and whatnot that goes into it. And like, there's like different words and like buzzwords they use for like glide and shit and like what it has for your mouse.
right.
That right there is a really good time. Like using that, I have a lot more like control on my mouse. It does have a decent bit of glide where I can just kind of like throw the mouse and it like slides beautifully across.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
But it also like my keyboard like stays like perfectly where it needs to be. Yeah, that. And then I also just bought a keycap for my keyboard. It's a Pokemon Green, which was the Venusaur one. And let's just say, spend way too much money on that, but it's really cool on my escape key area. So that's cool.
You've lived to tell the tale after spending the money.
I would say it's between that mouse pad and the controller, just because like it makes playing things easier / better. Like I feel better when I'm on that mouse pad, when it's like the full desk and I can move as much as I want. My whole arm can be put into it if I need to. But then also the PlayStation 5 controller literally changes games to a new level, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Definitely true.
Yeah, play the Back for Blood beta if you can. Pre-order it on Amazon, and then you can play it. It's literally Left 4 Dead, but better.
Dope.
If you ever played Left 4 Dead.
I'm going to have to try that shit out.
Yeah. You can also
always looks
cancel
fun
your
to me.
pre-order on Amazon after you're done, which is the cool part. Like, you get your beta code, and then it's like, oh, here's your beta code, and then you can be like, okay, cool, fuck, I'm canceling that pre-order, fuck you.
And now
then,
I got the beta.
Yeah, exactly. And it's fun. We played through the whole thing. I don't know why. The funny thing is, I forgot to talk about it on here and on the Haptic Intel podcast. And the funny thing is,
dedicated to the Back for Blood beta.
they didn't talk about it either. And we played it last night.
Maybe they just had a specific outline they were working on for that show.
I don't know. We all forgot, man. But it's all good. It was a fun game. It was pretty good.
Good to know too, because I was, if back and forth in my head about how I thought that game might be.
And it is crossplay when it does come out. The funny part is, I was gonna just play it on PC with Game Pass. It's free for Game Pass. But I want to play it on PS5 because the DualShock makes it. It makes it so much more.
DualSense, Chris.
Not same thing, but same thing.
It's not.
Same thing, but same thing.
Same thing, but same thing.
Yeah.
They knew what you were talking about.
Same, but different.
Words.
Same, but different. Yeah. Anyway, next. We had a question last week
Yes,
from Kev.
we did.
And it was to what?
It is, you are now in charge of rebooting the Super Smash Bros. Series. You have 12 character slots like the original game. Who do you put in the roster? You can add up to 2 guest characters.
Okay. So we're going to switch this up a little bit, Kev. We got 12 characters, correct?
Yes, we do.
All right. 6 of those characters we're both going to use it as a teamwork, as like these have to be in the game no matter what.
No matter what.
And then the other 6 characters, we're each going to go back and forth, and we're going to say who wins. Y'all are going to vote either on Twitter or on Discord.
Do
we'll
we
figure it
both
out.
choose 6 or we both
choose 3?
Okay.
Because there's 6 left, so like 3 and 3.
Well, then why would we need to compete? Because they would all go in.
No, but we're going to say who does the better picks. Who's got the better picks of the
Okay,
three.
all right.
Yeah, who has the better picks in general. And now here's the thing. I want to ask a question. Is this just Nintendo people? Or is this any fucking character that exists?
I think the 6 have to be just Nintendo and the
Yeah,
two.
the one
I
that we
guess.
do. So and then our extras that we do.
No. I think between me and those 3, all 12. If we're just picking the roster that the game comes with, it's always all Nintendo. Unless you just want to switch it up and just put whatever in there.
How about we get one that is not Nintendo in
Out
our
of the 3.
Out of our 3.
Okay,
yes.
all right.
And it can be anybody.
That's fine with
Any
me.
character from anywhere. I'm sorry, I just want to make this funsies.
All right.
Because I have a good idea for one, and I want to pitch it because I think it'd be fun. And I think you'll like it too, to be honest. All right, ready? All right. Main 6. Mario.
Are we just one?
No, like I mean, this is the main 6. We
Yes.
just discussed the teamwork. Obviously, Mario is in this game.
Mario's the extra character.
I cast Mario.
That would be, honestly, kind of crazy. It's like Mario, you have to unlock him.
No, you got to unlock Dr. Mario because he's so different.
Fuck Dr. Mario.
He's so different, though.
Don't put him in it. Anyway.
I hate when they use a character slap for him. It's such a slap in the face.
And I don't even want to, because I've played as Dr. Mario, but like, he's not necessary.
He's the same thing, right? It's like the
No,
same.
he was, at first he was. When he
Okay.
was, I think he was Melee, he was in
That was the Wii one.
GameCube.
Oh, fuck.
And Dr. Mario was in it, and he was just a clone. Or,
Hate
am I wrong, or was it Brawl? Either way, when he was first,
I think it was Brawl.
When he was first introduced, he was a clone.
Yeah. I remember playing
Okay.
this specifically. I thought he should have been a costume change.
Yeah, and he was like his own thing.
Yeah.
But he's become different now.
Okay. So there's at least some viability.
Yes, he's
to maybe
in
having
the
him.
current build of Smash Bros. He's
Okay.
a different. He has slight differences.
Okay. So Mario is obviously number 1.
Right.
For the main 6 boys.
Listen, the main 6 boys. It has to be Mario, Link, Kirby, Pikachu, Fox, and Donkey Kong or something like. Those are like the ones that are always there. Nintendo, but for Nintendo's sake, you like.
No.
Okay, go on.
Second character is Samus.
Oh shit, Samus. I would take out Donkey Kong and put Samus in.
Yeah, Samus I think is because
I'm sorry,
I feel like
you're
we
right.
need not to be that we need representation in this game. We can't just be
There's
like
6
all the
other
boys.
characters.
It's the boys game. Look at us with the
this
boys.
isn't about representation. I don't even.
no,
mean
I'm saying that this is the reboot. What year are we in? 2021. We need some representation for the ladies.
Fine. I
need
was cool
some
with Samus
ladies.
anyway. Samus totally slipped my mind.
Yes,
Samus
Samus is
for
number
sure.
2.
For
So
sure.
Mario, Samus. What were the other ones you just like?
Because they're the Nintendo people. They're the Nintendo face characters. It's
Okay, so-
Mario, Samus, Kirby, Pikachu. I'm already forgetting Fox.
And that's 5.
And I guess I had to forget somebody because I had a 6. I said Donkey Kong, but if I'm taking him out for who did I forget?
I don't
Mario,
know. You put
Link,
Pikachu.
Link, Mario, Link, Samus,
So Link,
Pikachu.
what Link
Kirby.
do we do here? Do we do regular Link or do we do Toon Link? What do we do here?
Regular Link.
Okay,
You start with him.
I pitch Breath of the Wild Link as a new character.
Well, I consider him regular Link.
I don't consider him regular Link because it's a different timeline, as I've been told a million fucking times.
True, but they just take the more recent Link and give him the same. Like
But
they
no,
might
they
add
don't. They
tweaks.
wouldn't have the same though. That's the thing with the new Link, because he would be.
Well,
a
the
lot
new Link
different.
is in the new Smash Brothers. He's in Smash Bros. already.
the Link from Breath of the Wild.
Yes, he's the Link in Smash.
I don't
Brothers.
know this. I don't own that game.
I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
He's been in it. That's why I was like, whatever. Regular Link
Okay.
is regular Link.
Okay. So
They just equate him
Link,
to the most current
Metroid,
Link.
Mario. Link, Metroid, Mario. That's our Italian hit.
Samus Mario. Her name is not Metroid.
That's the name
Don't
of the
be
game.
that
It's like
guy.
the Frankenstein thing.
Yeah,
With
don't-
Frankenstein's monster.
Yo, Nintendo ninjas will jump out like, actually, her
Ninja
name
Gaiden.
is... Was that your extra character later?
Actually, I would kind of like that.
He's
It's not mon-
been rumored for Smash Brothers, the current forever.
in the same. We discussed this prior,
did.
and I said I wanted him like Mr. Game and Watch too. I think that was like what I was saying. Like I want him to be like in his original
Pixelated
state.
mode. Yeah,
and like literally doing the moves in
Yeah.
his. That's not one of my 3. That would be
Right.
that would be really cool
It
in
would
general. Just as a side cast.
Okay, so it's
So-
Mario, Link, Samus, Pikachu.
Would we do Pikachu?
How do you not?
Because I feel like Pokemon Trainer is a better representation for Pokemon than Pikachu.
Yeah, but Pikachu is the face. Like
He is the face, but I don't think so at all, though. Because Charizard is like Like,
nah, I think
no.
world, like, I know I'm not the Pokemon guy anymore.
No, I agree, but like, here's the if this is me making the game,
Detective Pikachu.
I mean,
It's the same
voiced by
character,
Ryan Reynolds. Hello there,
It's the same Pikachu, just with a detective coat.
and a Deadpool outfit on.
Yeah.
That's one of the alternate costumes. Here's the thing: if we could do that, I would say Pikachu. If we could do Pikachu with alternate outfits of Detective Pikachu and a Deadpool one, that would be really cool.
That is a licensing nightmare.
Well, that's the thing. We're not worrying about licensing.
You're right.
We're not.
I'm just trying
I
to
think
think
that'd
how
be
crazy
really
that would be.
cool.
Okay. All right.
That would be. I will say yes to Pikachu if that is an addition
Fine.
that we can get Deadpool Pikachu.
Fine.
Cool. Awesome. Cool. So that's 4. Nice. We need 2 more for the main
Kirby.
6 boys. Kirby.
Kirby is literally the main character.
I'm agreeing with
you.
you, but I'm trying to think of any
Ultimate.
fun things that I can add to Kirby to make him like neato.
I don't know. It's hard to add
See-
to him because his whole power is to just take
Yeah.
everybody else's shit.
That's a good point. I feel like Kirby is a good one. Yeah, I won't argue Kirby. Because I main Kirby most of the time. I'm just happy that we're not putting in any of the fucking the sword guys.
Yeah, no.
None of them.
not.
Not a single one.
There will not be one of them in this at all.
Did you just wait till my extra character's Trunks from DBZ, baby? Just kidding.
Same thing.
Do you imagine that as like a character, like your final smash is like that like slashing move, and then he does the thing where he's like this with his sword, and then he like blasts Frieza like under his armpit, like, hey bitch, you ever heard of armpit fart? Yeah, that was a good episode.
It was.
So that's the 5 with Kirby, right?
And then I said Fox.
I don't like Fox.
Yeah, but if I have to make a Smash Bros. For everyone,
True, but I don't think that he's relevant anymore. In the sense of like a Nintendo thing. Like, don't get me wrong, great classic character. I like to be honest, I like playing Falcon.
I'll say he's a more of a main. He's more of a face of Smash Brothers now than his own games.
Yeah. But he's a face of Smash Brothers. We're making our Smash Brothers.
You're right.
This is the say before quitting Smash Brothers. I don't think that Fox can compete anymore. I think that he has...
Like a fourth of people who would play our Smash Bros. Game are not playing anymore now.
That's fine. Because here's the thing. That's not the majority.
You're right.
Look at that. 3/4 of the people that are still playing are having a great time with Deadpool Pikachu. But I feel like here's the thing. If we got another like Star Fox in like this like time period, like I don't feel like we've gotten one that's been relevant enough to have him as a main character in Smash anymore.
There hasn't been a good Star Fox game since arguably the GameCube one.
Exactly. So it's like there's no reason he should be a face character. That's the thing. Like he's a good character to have in the game as like a legacy character, but he's not a face anymore. You got to stop putting him on the box art like entirely. Like we need to like realize that like kids recognize Thanos from Fortnite more than they recognize Falcon and fucking Falco. Yeah, I keep saying Falcon because I was gonna say Captain
Punch. Will we put him in there in place of Fox?
He might be one of my 3, but I'm not gonna spoil that because I'm gonna try and win this.
All right.
But
Gotcha.
I kind of want to say Bowser. I kind of want to say him
I can see that.
because like
He'd be the only villain up there, and you need a villain. So
you need
all right.
at least like one, either him or like Ganon. Like I'm 50.
Nah, you got to go Bowser.
Yeah,
If
but
you're
that's the thing.
between
like,
the two.
Yeah, between the two, I'm definitely leaning more towards Bowser. But it's like you need to have someone to like level out that playing field because then it's like, why are all these good guys fighting each other?
Then there's
And
no.
it's kinda-
There's also no heavy.
Exactly. So I feel like Bowser would be a good addition.
Okay, I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down with Bowser.
Cool. So that's the main 6. Mm-hmm. So we got Mario, Samus, Link, Pikachu with Deadpool outfit and Detective Pikachu outfit. 5th
Bowser.
was Kirby
Oh, you said Bowser?
and Bowser.
Okay.
Bowser's
yeah,
last.
Okay.
Those are our 6 at the bottom of the screen because this is a lot of video editing. All right. Next up, the final 3. Here's the thing. We both end with the character that is not in Nintendo world at all.
So the
You're
third
like-
character has to be somebody who's not.
Yeah, you can put it from Nintendo if you want to. You can. But here's the thing. We're playing for style points right now. This is the when you're playing Wii bowling and you throw it over the lanes into the other lane to get a strike.
Okay.
That's what we're doing right now.
Is it not from Nintendo, or is it not from the Smash, like, I'm trying to
It
figure
can
out
be
how to pose
anything.
this question.
I feel like it's like an anything.
Can this be outside of video games?
Yes.
Or is that just for the two?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Oh man, that
Outside
changes
of video
it all.
games. Yeah, This is like a wild card, like draw 4, bitch. Like straight
All
up.
3 can be that?
No. Last one only.
Okay,
Last one only.
So one wild card.
Yeah, one wild card for each of us, and that's it. Starting off of my 3, my number 1. Fuck, I was gonna say one, and then I thought of another one that I like a lot, but it's just me who likes it a lot. God damn it. I'm gonna say. I was gonna say one and then I forgot the name of the one that I was gonna say. Fuck. Do you have one? Because like I need to think of the name of the guy. No, wait, Captain Falcon. He's my number 1. Captain Falcon is number 1.
Okay.
Falcon Punch. Very good time.
Very good drink.
Great. Oof. Good time. Good catchphrases. Fun to play with. A little bit OP, so it's like good for characters or people that aren't good at the game. They can pick him up and just like, spam the Falcon Punch and hope for the best. Mm-hmm. Plus, he's really good in mobile. Good recovery. Captain Falcon. That's my number 1 pick of the draft.
All right. I'm going to go Crash. Just because...
What the fuck?
What?
Is that your wild card off the start?
No.
He ain't Nintendo?
You said outside of... I said outside of video games.
No, you said outside.
Yeah,
you said it has to be on Nintendo.
And then I was like, can this be outside of video games as a whole? You said
That's
outside
the wild card!
This isn't the one. He's not outside of video games. He's a video game character. What do you mean?
I thought that the 2 had to be Nintendo boys, and then the last one was anything. That's what I thought.
When you said anything, I thought we were picking
That's
somebody.
fine if we're doing that. We're changing the rules.
I didn't think that was...
Fine, go for it. Go. Pitch Crash to me. The famous Nintendo character Crash as I break my microphone. Pitch Crash.
So are we is it Nintendo?
Yeah, you're good. It's fine. This is loose as fuck, to be honest. We're just doing this for fun. Like, I'm not mad at all.
Because...
You said that at the start of this. I won't bring that up.
Well, yeah, then you said it.
No, I said that the wild card is anything outside. That's what I said, specifically. To be fair, in context.
I thought
but I will allow
I
it.
thought the next 6 were just...
No.
Okay. Then you know what? I want to play by the rules.
Okay.
So
But
Crash
now
is...
I know.
I'm
Is that you're going to be your wild card?
He wasn't. I was going to put him in there. So now
Okay.
Crash is off the table.
Okay, cool.
All right.
We're just going to put Crash in a box like they are doing currently in the actual Super Smash Bros. World. Anyway,
Just to clarify,
the
these
2 that we pick
are
prior
Nintendo.
are like Nintendo Smash characters that we are like... That
Okay.
Are, yes.
All right.
And then
Okay.
the last one is the wild fucking card.
You know there's
like,
2 wild cards, right? Because he also
we
said...
each have 1 wild card.
Yeah. And there's one, the third of our 3, but he also said, and you get 2 like bonus characters.
I didn't know that. If we do that, then we can do that too. So we're doing 4 then, each. Math.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's 2 wild cards at the end for each of us, but there's 2 regular Nintendos. Okay. What's
right.
your first Nintendo? Or Smash Origin. Let's just say that.
All right.
Smash.
So he had
Brothers.
to be in a Smash Brothers.
Yes.
Okay.
For the first 2
all right,
of our
all right,
picks.
all right.
Why is this so difficult for us? Because it's like it's real. If you break it down to brass tacks, it's very simple. But like even I'm confused.
Well, now I'm like, fuck, who is it?
I have the high ground.
What?
I have the high ground.
You do. I like Pit.
That's actually something I would have never thought of, but I'm actually very happy with that.
I like Pit, and I think that he has potential to be. I think Nintendo as a whole is outside of Smash Brothers. Needs to reinvest in Kid Icarus and Pit and his story.
Can they do the one from Brawl in our game? Because I like his kit in Brawl better than in the most recent one.
Yeah.
Because that was the better kit.
I played with him a lot in
Pit
Brawl.
kit was in Brawl.
Yeah.
Because I remember when we had the Halloween party for Smash, and I straight up wanted to play Pit, and I was like, who the fuck is this man? Because it's not the man I knew once in my life. Because it wasn't. He was a completely different person. But okay, I like that. It's good. All right, my second Smash pick. See, in my head, I'm going to run you through my thought process. I'm still thinking this is a 2021 game, so we still need some sort of representation. We have one female character that's kind of fucked up. Mm-hmm. Kind of. I want to say Peach, but I hate Peach. And I don't know if many people like to play Peach.
I'm not really a big Peach fan. I know people who like murder with Peach.
Bayonetta.
Okay.
Yeah. That's my second pick.
All right.
Because she's a very good female character. She's fun to play. Another character that's good for people that are not good at the game. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm just pushing this as like me because I'm not good at the game now. Like, hey, I want characters that I'm not good at. But yeah, but no, it's fun to play if you're not good at the game because you can just spam the guns. Or if you are good at the game, you can fucking tear shit up. Plus, hot.
Hot factor. It's an important factor.
Number 2 is Bayonetta on my picks.
All right. I got to bring Sonic back in.
Oh, specifically, that's your choice? Okay.
Sonic's my number 2.
So now we get Mario and Sonic at the Olympics.
Yeah, because I play with him enough to the point where it's like, all right, I need him back in there.
Oh, yeah. He's fun to play, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not good at him. I like just doing the down B and charging up a lot and then just zooming off the map.
It's just letting havoc happen.
Yeah, 100%. I like that pick. That's a good pick. Mm-hmm. Okay, we have come to the portion of the show where the wild cards have arrived.
They're here. The wild cards are here.
The wild cards. We each have 2 wild cards to pick from. My first wild card of a character that should be in Smash that is not in Smash, that is not even in the world of Smash at all. Scrooge McDuck.
That's really good. Especially given the fact that they have a famous game, the NES DuckTales game, and he already has a moveset. Yes, very impressive. Very evil, all that stuff you say.
Very nice, very evil.
He already has a moveset. He already has a weapon he comes with.
Yes, sir. And then the best part is, Ultimate Smash, guess what you bring in? You bring in the whole fucking cast. You play the theme song in the background in an N64 type tone of soundtrack. You get Huey, Dewey,
playing to
Louie,
my heart right now.
Darkwing Duck. You get Gizmo Duck. You get Launchpad McQuack. And you get all of those motherfuckers to just kick all the people in the center's ass. And they pour fucking coins of gold onto them and make a giant pile on the ground that buries them. Yes, you bury them in the gold, and then you dive like fucking John Cena top rope elbow onto that.
That
bitch.
is a really good pick. That's a really good pick. It's a really good pick.
That's my wild card number 1. Wild card number 2 is gonna be interesting because I didn't know we had that, but I had to drop the fire.
Really good pick. Disney. I hope Nintendo is prepared to pay Disney $500 million.
Oh no, Disney's paying Nintendo to do
just
this.
to license that.
They're paying Nintendo to put him in there.
Disney feels generous today because I feel Disney is usually the company like we're not playing with anyone.
They know that they need to relaunch Scrooge McDuck in a better way than the new series, even though it's good.
Mm-hmm.
It is good. They need to launch him again into the the public eye of a good way to get eyes onto that series, so they pay Nintendo to put. I
feel like Disney would be like, "Fuck that, let's make our own Smash Bros." Like Nintendo,
like
Nickelodeon.
Will. To be fair, they
could pull that shit off.
They will do that in like 5 years after the Nickelodeon one either is really good or really bad. It's either going to be
they already have a cast.
It's either going to be to compete with a really good Nicktoons Smash Brothers or to spit in the face of the bad one. That's literally what it's going to be. And they're just going to be like, hey, remember Hercules? Remember that guy? And then I'm going to be like Zero to Hero just like that. I'll give you all my money.
Disney would spend the money to hire the devs from Nintendo to just make Smash Brothers for them.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. I want to play as Pain and Panic as the Ice Climbers.
Nah, well, them too, but another Ice Climber is Chip and Dale.
Oh, fuck.
I just want to play as Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck would be dope. That was going to be my pick. I was going to say Darkwing for a second. But
Scrooge works better because he's already in video games. You know what I mean?
And I also feel like Scrooge McDuck kind of like brings all of them together. Because Darkwing was in some of the old cartoons. So it's like you could have him... Like you could have a map of like Duckburg and like map changes where... Darkwing Duck's signal goes up in the sky, and then he's on the buildings and shit in the background.
Yo, AAA game, current day, on PS5, Switch, whatever. It's just called Duckburg. Character action adventure game.
And you make your own character? Like,
No, you
oh.
play through different sections of Duckburg as whoever's in that.
I like that.
You got Darkwing. You play as Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
I like
Uncle
it.
Scrooge, like the game
And
is
then
called
Donald's
Duckburg.
just at the end, after you beat it, after the end credits, he's like, "Well, I missed."
But even if you could
That
put
would be
Donald in
it.
it too.
No. Don't put Donald. I want that. Because he's never in any of the shows.
Yeah.
And he, like, when he does show up, it's always like everything's happened and he's just there
Yeah.
now. So after the end credits roll, it's like black screen for a second. Donald just walks on screen. He's like, what the hell? As if he missed everything.
Yeah. I just feel like the teaser trailer is you're panning around like a room and on a yeah, that's creeping in from the background. That music is. But then there's different elements, like you see Darkwing's like his cape and everything's like draped over like a chair. There's an open vault. You see the vault in there. You see like Huey, Dewey, and Louie like I don't know, like their hats are lined up.
That's it right there.
You see like launch pads, like what is he, like that bike and everything just parked
Yeah.
outside.
Shit.
And then it just fades out and it just says Duckburg 2025.
You're welcome, Disney.
Disney and
Can we
whoever
get-
you get to make that.
Can we get tickets to that Star Cruiser thing that's $6,000 for less than 30 hours, please?
Yeah, please.
Thank you. So yeah. That's
All right. So back to Smash Brothers.
wild card number 1 for Anthony.
Knuckles. Because he should have been in Smash Brothers a long time ago.
I like that because I feel like that's more of a personal thing for you. Like, because it's not like a necessary one. Like, it's definitely like needed, but that's more like a, yeah, bitch, you this
Like,
needed to be in there.
I want Knuckles to the point where I almost didn't add Sonic to this. I would love another one where you don't even get Sonic. It's just Knuckles is in it.
with his dreads.
Yes. But like he's a fighting character. He has a Knuckles to beat people up
His
with.
name is Knuckles. He has Knuckles.
How is he not in Smash Brothers?
It's the dreads.
It must be the dreads. And then we have a different problem.
John Nintendo, you got some splaining to do.
Exactly. But that's my pick.
My last wild card. Stan Lee. No. Just cameos in it.
What's going on, guys?
Hello, true believers. Excelsior.
Whoa.
Hey, man, that's the two catchphrases. I wouldn't be
But we
too
said it
shocked.
at the same time.
Yeah. While that was impressive, I wouldn't be too shocked because those are the two. But that is not my pick. That is not at all. Fuck. I'm trying to think who would be a great addition to a fighting. So I'm just going to talk through some picks that aren't going to be picked, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to talk through it. So I was thinking like Rocky. Get
The boxer?
the boxer.
Uh-huh.
Because, you know, like, it's a nice, like, cheapo play. You know, like, just, like, you know, play to the hearts of the majority of the people that listen to our podcast are from this state, and that's where that character's from. But also then you have Little Mac, and that's just a copy-paste with a different color. Stupid. I was also thinking Spider-Man. But then I was like, I don't want him in Smash because I feel like he works better in, like, Marvel vs. Capcom. And that type of setting. So I'm not going to do that. I hate to say this because I don't like this character. Don't like it. I like the world around him. I feel like you know where I'm going just from saying that. So we need a little bit of vengeance. A little bit of the night. We need a little bit of...
The Punisher.
There's a part of me that wants that to be your last card.
It's not.
We need Batman. But here's the thing. Not only do we need Batman, I'm gonna win this right here because you're gonna end up voting for me. Batman Beyond.
Oh, why would you do that?
Because I want to win.
I
Even
don't-
though there's no stakes or anything like that, I want to win. I got Batman Beyond and Scrooge McDuck as my wild card picks. I feel like Batman Beyond would lend himself much better than a regular Batman, in my opinion. Because your up B makes more sense. You got the rocket boots to fly up. You have your batarangs as your regular B. Your over B could be like using your wings as like blades or like your gauntlets. your ultimate Smash move, you could pull in the Batplane,
Yeah.
Batmobile, and then also Bruce Wayne could come in and be like, Terry! And like,
That attacks everybody.
Kevin Conroy, love you, buddy.
Everybody gets knocked out when he screams out Terry.
I had a Batman Beyond figure back in the day. It was like a 12-inch one. He was posed like this. I don't know if you...
I think I had a Batman Beyond figure myself at one
and
point.
you pushed his belt button, like on the belt buckle, there's a little button. And like it was just like, this is totally cool. But it was the Terry voice, right? And then it was just like... That was like the effects noise. And then it was Kevin Conroy. Terry, get out of there now!
Man, that's who I had it all.
Yeah, and like you would just like rotate through those 3 sounds, and it was great. I think I still have it somewhere. But yeah, Batman Beyond I think would be a perfect character for Smash because like the kit makes itself. Regular Batman would be hard to do the up B because it would just be a grappling hook, and then it's like I don't want to do that because then it's like kind of cheeky because then it can go anywhere. Like if you're falling off the edge or something and you grapple up to it, like that's fucking cheatsy. You gotta like shoot up and then go,
I like the pick because as we know, I love Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
But I feel about him how you feel about putting Spider-Man in this.
I don't think that he... here's the thing. I don't think he would work in the same way that Spider-Man works in Marvel vs. Capcom. I think that Batman Beyond and DC don't really have that, like, focus on him. Like, they have the Injustice universe, but, like, it's more, like, brawlery. Like, like, big guys and shit. And, like, I don't think Batman Beyond even fits in Injustice or, like, a Mortal Kombat type game. Batman Beyond in its own single-player game, 100%. But here's the thing. You get that single-player game, you need a game to go on alongside of it where he's like just like a fighter beat 'em up game. That's where you're getting in our Smash Brothers, the Save Before Quitting Smash Bros. As my second wild card.
All right, now I'll do the same thing you did and go through everything that I'm not.
Yeah, go for
pick.
it. Yeah. Are you not gonna pick Crash because you said it in the first time?
Yeah, I feel like I ruined it, so now I'm not gonna pick him.
That's fine. I mean, to be fair, that would be still a good pick.
Yeah,
I would not blame you for picking that because that is a.
I was going to.
10 out of 10.
Like. Just to make this a little bit more interesting, now that I've said Crash out of my mouth, and that's now the air has been taken up of that.
Yeah.
So Crash, I already said it. Let's take him out. I thought about Mega Man X or Zero, which is I want desperately.
I would like those two.
But we had Mega Man. And I don't see him playing that much differently from X he would play. I would.
It would be smoother, I think, like the animations and stuff.
Yeah, plus he's like a taller character, so he might be a little slower but more powerful.
He's like a little lanky too, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
But as much as I want him in there, nah. And I think, you know what? I'm going to pick Zero. The reason I wasn't going to pick Zero is just for a second, I forgot this is our Smash Brothers.
Yes.
And I was like, that's another sword character.
We don't have any.
Only person we have is Link.
Yeah,
with
and
a
he's
sword.
hardly a sword character.
Right. So I'm putting Zero in there.
All right. I actually very much like that a lot because I like Zero more than Mega Man. Yes.
Trust me, there's a ton of us out there.
I'm that guy that likes the secondary character more than the main character, as you can see by my Batman Beyond pick. So that was all of our picks for the Save Before Quitting Smash Brothers recast. Just to go over the first original 6 that we were teammates for. We did Mario, we did Samus, we did
Pikachu.
Detective Pikachu with a Deadpool skin as well as like an option because we had to have that. Link, Kirby, and Bowser. Those were our main 6.
Yeah.
As you can see on the screen right now because they've been up here the whole time. Mm-hmm. The 4 picks that we got individually. And would you like to run down yours if you remember them?
I had...
Because I don't remember mine.
Pit, Sonic, Knuckles, and Zero.
Okay, I remember mine now. I had for mine, Captain Falcon, Bayonetta, Scrooge McDuck, and Batman Beyond. Let us know.
I am taking out Sonic.
What?
I'm taking out Sonic.
What do you mean? What's happening?
Did I just mess up your whole thing?
What's happening?
Cloud. I played with Cloud. He became like one of my main guys.
No. we will see what the NGPs think.
Okay.
So to recap that once more, Ant's taking out Sonic and replacing him with Cloud, and then Knuckles, and I'm bad at remembering names, even though we were just selling
Zero.
Zero. And what was the other one? That was the regular Nintendo character?
Pit.
Yeah, those are his 4. Now I have to do all this editing.
No, you don't. Keep it the way it is. It'll be funnier later if all of a sudden you have to take Sonic out.
That's what I'm saying. That's not a lot of... I have to switch it. I have to switch Sonic out. It's fine. It's not that bad.
Future Chris, I apologize.
The amount of images that I need to download to my desktop this week. Oof.
Sonic is my guy on the bench. He's like my 6th man.
All right. Let us know in our Discord who won the draft with their 4 picks. Kev, thank you as always for a great question. A great battle amongst gamers.
Yes.
And then also, let us know your 4 picks. If you were one of us and you had to do the extra 4, 2 Nintendo characters that have already been Smash, or just Smash characters in general, and 2 wild cards. Mm-hmm. Tell us your 4 in email form. We will come back to it next week, or on the Discord, whichever one you like. But make sure you do it, and we'll come back to it, and we'll give you a shout-out. And then let us know, between the 2 of us, who you think won. Who had the better picks? What characters would you rather play as? Would you rather play as Knuckles? Or would you rather play as Scrooge McMotherfucking Duck?
That's I can't even front and say that. That's an amazing choice.
That was my first thing that came to my head for some reason. I was just like, oh, that would be cool. And then I was like, wait, that would be really cool. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, please we need to have at least one character where I can have it not in this world already, because fucking A, that would be so cool. But yeah, that's our list. Let us know yours in our Discord and our email. As always, you can follow us on Save the Letter B, the number 4 quitting, everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch. Mm-hmm. We're live streaming a little bit more often as of late, with different fun games. Unfortunately, Resident Evil is a little bit on a hiatus right now, but we will have more game content coming at you.
Yes, we will.
Hard and fast and fun on the YouTube.
The way you like it.
Yes. And then check out that YouTube videos. We have a couple of the live streams still up from previous times. The full live stream of Apex Season 10's launch day, that's all up. Or you can watch the highlight of the patch notes, what's all new, the battle pass, and the new characters, a little bit of test run with him. And then the video version of the podcast. And then also, go to Haptic Intel's YouTube channel. We are on this week's episode.
If you need more of us,
yes,
we're over there.
It's a really fun episode. Theirs are a little bit shorter than ours. Obviously, we run a little bit long because of tangents.
Mm-hmm. But that's why you love us.
They're very streamlined and to the point in a good way, but also entertaining. So go check them out.
Please.
They have great content. If you haven't seen it before, check them out. We shout them out a lot on our podcast. If this is your way to get over to them and check out their content more, use it as an excuse to check it out for the first time.
You won't be disappointed. And
then move on to the rest of their shit. Watch one of their unclaimed baggage videos. Episode 3 is one just dropped, and Jesus Christ, it's so funny. Number 1 is great, and number 2 was insanely creative.
I haven't been able to check it out yet. I gotta check it out.
It's a good time. I almost wanted to do it as well, but I feel like we can't steal their thing. But I'm also just like, it seems like so much fun. Mm-hmm. But here we are. Here we are. Here you are. Join the Discord. Please. Buy some merch.
Please.
As you can see, we're all repping the merch. We got some people shouting us out on Instagram. Shout out to Tasha is the name. I'm not good at names, so apologies if you do listen to the podcast. But shout out to Tasha. She tagged us in a nice Instagram video showing off the merch and shouting us out. She got a 5-panel hat, and it looks fucking slick, dude.
True.
So yeah.
We appreciate any and everybody and all of you.
And if you decide you want to buy merch, maybe wait till we go live on Twitch, because if you do, it shows up live as an alert, and you can write a little message, and it'll read it out loud for you guys on the screen. So there's always that. I think there's not much left to do.
It's one thing left to do.
And that is to always save before quitting. And we'll see you guys next week.
Next time.
Deuces.